Hello, we're
my
back,
God, it's
and the
so
game is
loud.
very loud. Let me turn that down.
Please, my ears.
I forget that Dolphin resets my sound settings every time. There
Thank
you
you.
go. All right, it should now be much better. Ta-da! We're back. All right, cool. Hello, we're back with Super Paper Mario. It's been a hot second. Too many other games came out right as we were starting Super Paper Mario. But now we're back. We're good. We're back. We're going to keep going. I don't remember where we are. I think clearly we're on Chapter 3, but I don't remember exactly what we're supposed to be doing. I think the last thing, actually, because I don't think you were here for this, Saba, but I believe the last thing that we did in the game was... I was having Grant show me like different recipes that you can make in this game for like special food and whatnot. And it turns out we're too early to do most of them. So it's like, oh, okay, well, all right.
Yeah, I missed like a good chunk of it.
Oh yeah, no, actually, you know what? You missed the entire second episode, which was the episode I wanted you to see. That was the one where we went into the haunted mansion and we got to see Mimi's true form and stuff. You missed all of that.
Oh, I missed Mimi's true form. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yikes.
I'm actually a little not annoyed because obviously you were doing stuff, but it's more like disappointed because it's like that was the whole reason I wanted you to voice Mimi. Was because because in her
like
in her transformation scene, she turns into like a fucking eldritch spider thing, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see what Saba does with this.
I know it. I mean, you could have told me to, I guess, review if you wanted me to, but you know, it's not a
Told you in review? What does that
thing.
mean?
Like I take a look at the stream.
Oh, thank God, Adrian's here.
Hello.
Adrian, welcome. We are finally. It just so happens that we are coming to the part of the game with your character in it, the character that you're definitely going to be voicing.
Oh, f you, Zach.
I don't know what this means, but okay.
Don't even try to pretend like I'm more of a Francis than you are.
You are definitely more of a Francis than I am.
I am not more of a Francis than you are.
Okay.
Sama's gonna see the character, and then she's gonna say that I'm more Francis, which means to the viewer that Adrian's more Francis because Saba bullies me.
Wow.
Incorrect.
I could say the same thing about you telling me to voice a spider eldritch monster.
All right, Adrian, you want to do the voice?
No, because it's not my voice.
Adrian, come on. Work with me here. No, listen, it's not your voice. It's the voice that you like doing. Your nerd voice. You do it very well.
Uh-huh.
The nerd voice. Come on, Adrian. Do the nerd voice, apparently.
Fuck you.
Oh, come on, you know it's funny.
Hang on. I wish Grant were here. Grant could do a better funny nerd voice than I could.
Yeah, but we can't just have Grant do all the voices.
Grant's better at them than we are, though.
Yes, I know. If it's not a female, Grant does it better.
No. If it's not a young female, Grant does it better. Grant does better older females, too.
That is true.
All right. You know what? Since Zach and I are arguing about this, Saba, you take it away.
Take it away until you see what he looks like.
Yeah, what do you think this guy looks like? We just saw a big long tongue-like thing grab Pixel, so whatever her name is.
You know how
Sorry,
what is the chameleon Pokemon looks like? I don't remember what its name is.
Kecleon?
Yeah. I'm like I did not remember the star nipples. Wow.
They're
I
not.
forgot he had those.
I guess the glasses feel like, you know, Adrian, I guess.
Zach has glasses too.
I know. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
It's just like Adrian's obviously not a turbo nerd, and it was more just a joke in general, and also Adrian usually does like the nerd voices, but like, man, it's borderline offensive to a demographic that doesn't exist. Because it's so peak accuracy turbo nerd. Like, the only thing that Francis would need to be more of a turbo nerd is he needs like the fucking Naruto headband. You know what I mean?
I will say, I associate probably Adrian with more of the color green anyway, because I associate Zach with orange. So that would be one of the only reasons why if I saw this, I'd be like, oh.
Cheers.
If Francis was anorexic, then I'd voice him.
Who's to say he's not?
Fucking look at that dump truck.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe
His ass sticks out below his legs.
Maybe if you were to see another one of them, maybe they're even more dumpier and more tubbier. I don't know.
Alright,
He could be
fine.
thin.
Fine. Are we even doing voices for this series? I thought we weren't doing voices for this series.
We're during like major cutscenes is what we've been doing. Like we didn't do them last episode because it was just me and Grant.
Alright, fine. Hi, technical. I got a super rare pixelated butterfly.
See, like that's a great voice. That's exactly what Francis sounds like in my mind.
My friends at digibutter.ner are going to freak when they get a word of this find.
I forgot about digibutter.ner. Oh my god, you know that they absolutely wanted it to be digibutter.nerd, and then they were like, that's too much. Let's make it .ner instead.
.ner is worse. I must bring it home. I can't miss this week's episode of the Grodus Chronicles. No way am I going to entrust my digital recorder meow to tape an episode so epic.
Recordo meow?
What? Francis, he's so good, dude. Holy shit.
This is so high technical. I love Elon Husk.
I love Elon Husk, dude. It's fucking... Holy shit, Francis.
I can't believe I was kind of actually accurate with Kecleon.
By the way, what the fuck? Who is this?
I don't even know. Is it just a pixel?
Is it a bush?
Is this Dementio?
The fuck? Who is this?
Oh.
Who the fuck is this? Who
Whoa!
the fuck is this guy? A friend of the butterfly girl that got nabbed?
He's just like, yeah.
Well, that's a pity. That geek that grabbed her? Francis. Basically the nerd to end all nerds. Plus, he's got this thing for butterflies. And, well, all things nerdy, too. If he gets his sweaty mitts on something he likes, there's no getting it back.
Lizard sweat.
Lizard, good point.
Ooh.
That's not sweat. That's not sweat on his palms.
Come on.
He collects stuff and keeps it in his big fantasy fortress. It's like geek paradise. Whoa now! You wanna know where Fort Francis is? Well, if you go all the way down ahead? Is that right? Is that how you say that? If you go all the way down ahead for miles and miles, you'll find it. You're not thinking of infiltrating the nerd lair and rescuing her, are you? Look, nobody likes having their butterfly kidnapped by a geek, but it's dangerous. He could call you a racial slur. He could have a gamer moment.
He would invent a racial slur against the Italians.
He could make fun of his nose.
He could make fun of your mustache.
He would call you a gabagool.
He could call you a gabagool.
He would
Still
put, at least to the
celebrating?
Italian, he would put pineapple on pizza, even though I like pineapple on pizza.
Well, you're just a crime against God, so, you know.
Well, you've said that before, so there's nothing new.
It's on your driver's license.
Yeah, there's name, sex, date of birth, whether you like pineapple pizza or not.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like on your resume because you put your name and then your job title, like your current job title. I had to see like Saba last name and then the job title is just crime.
Pizza.
Well, it's crime against God.
How dare you? Pineapple
That
on
would be
pizza
a fucking
is
sick.
good.
There's only one other being I can think of that has that as their job title, and I think you'd be impressed with who it is. You know, in my
No
mind,
words.
Lucifer's here. Satan's just behind him. She just needs a couple more slices of pizza and then she'll get there.
Oh my god.
Give you some travel tips. You listening? Good. All I got for you is 3 critical tips. So remember all of them. Here's your first tip. A bunch of no-class jerks are holed up in this castle up ahead. It ain't gonna be easy getting past them. But here's the juice. It's an old castle. You do your thing with that red X mark, and maybe something will happen for you, maybe.
Why is he Jewish?
I don't know, maybe. He said maybe too many times, and I was like, ooh, maybe. Now for my second tip. If you somehow pass the clowns in the castle, you'll see an ocean. You can't miss it. That's typically how it is with oceans, yes. A scary sea monster lives there. The beast is huge and cranky. But if you toast its red flipper thing, something good is bound to happen. And here's the
Toast
last
as
tip.
in like cheers, or like as into toast with like fire?
I'm going to assume toast in a toaster.
Okay.
Once you swim
You know what
your
Mario
way...
says? All toasters toast toast.
That is true. Once you swim your way through the ocean, you'll see a humongous tree. There's a huge gorge on the other side. There's no jumping across it. Look for the red wind and then do something with it. Then you can get across.
I don't know. There's a lot of red happening here. That
It's
also
weird
seems
that
like
it's
a red
all
flag.
specifically.
Red flags specifically.
Excuse-moi. Man, nothing like a Boston accent to get the mucus flowing. Get all that? Good. You be careful now. If by some crazy chance you do save her, come back and tell me how you did. That's if I remember correctly, his name's like Spike or something like that, and he's a non-mandatory pixel that you can get like later, which is cool.
I figured he would join you once you do what he asks you and then come back.
Yes, correct. But because like that would be you like returning to a place you've already been. So a lot of people just end up forgetting about him.
We're getting him, right?
I would like to, sure. Am I planning on 100%ing the game? Not really. Like there's a lot of what you calls it? There's a lot of like cards in this game that are really annoying to get, so it's like I don't really have a desire to get them. But in terms of getting that pixel, sure, it's literally as easy as just walking through that yellow door again. What the fuck? Oh. I got a spam phone call.
How dare they?
Yes.
Spam him back, Zach.
It's fucking set up like a DDoS like auto caller or whatever, and just set it to their number. That's really good.
I was about to
spam 'em back.
spoil something so bad.
Why would you don't do that?
I was about to spoil something relating to.
What's that
the
little
end of
red
the
thing
game.
that was it? Oh, it was in the background?
Actually, not even in the post game, but I
Get
assume
that
Saba does
burger.
not know the plot of this game, so I will refrain.
What?
We're
Saba does not know the plot of the game as far. What the fuck?
we're in
Bones.
you know, there was this wedding and this dark heart, and we got dragged into this pixel world, and we're trying to stop it.
Which I totally didn't realize, Adrian, that like, you know, a lot of jokes are made at Luigi's expense, especially in the modern day. But like in this game, Mario wouldn't even have a chance to save the world if he hadn't have like interfered at the wedding, which is really interesting to think about. Oh my god. Hello?
Wait, so what's that little red thing in the back?
It's a card, but I don't know how to get there yet.
You need to
probably-
get in the background somehow.
Yeah, so it's most likely it's going to be a card of some kind, but I don't think
And I
have
still don't know why
or a
they use
pipe.
Little Mario for this power up.
Listen, they only have the one asset, all right?
They're Nintendo.
They don't listen. It's a
it was
small
tough times,
company.
Adrian, okay?
A little known company called fucking Nintendo.
Listen, they just make Hanafuda cards, okay? Mm-hmm. Hello?
It's a normal Koopas.
What the hell?
You have to run away
I
from him
forgot
now?
about this. Man, this is great.
Oh, look, it's original Koopa 2. Do you have something to say against this, Adrian?
There's not a big
fine.
Koopa, though.
Yeah, there's not a big Koopa. It's not like he turned to Bowser. Or can he?
All right. All right, I gotta run.
Are you gonna fight him fire with fire?
It's a kaiju battle now.
Oh my god. Dude,
Mario
now we are playing Bayonetta 3.
Get ready for Mario Kaiju.
Mario
Kaiju.
I can probably kill this guy, right?
Step
yeah,
on
there
him.
you go. That was easy.
Oh my
You didn't even
gosh,
jump on him, you just
brutally
bumped into him.
murdered him. We're committing so much murder.
As we should.
Zach is
What
in
does it
favor
say?
of murder, especially turtles.
What the fuck? Fall in between the red pipes. Got it.
Pipes.
That's not what that said, Zach.
You're right. Sorry,
You're
let me
right.
read again.
New
Teb ni
Loft.
Lof. That's a great name,
Sepip.
actually.
Yeah.
I would name my daughter Lof.
Der echt.
I would have my kid bully your daughter.
No.
This sounds like a spell. No, I wanted to say it again.
Oh, sorry. What was it? Sepip der et.
Der echt. It's a new Teb.
The H is hard. It's a hard H.
Loft.
Oops, sorry. Somebody sent me a message. I should look at this. Is this
By the
motherfucking
way,
Grant?
because you don't have Tippy, you can't fucking point at this anymore to get tips. She's not
Oh,
there.
that's neat.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that.
If you try to point at the screen, fucking nothing
Nothing
happens.
happens. Nothing
Because
works.
Tippy is not there.
Man,
I
what
was
the
just
hell is
thinking,
this?
what if there was
Long way to run back.
If for whatever reason you don't have Tippy, what if you could somehow get a different Tippy to replace Tippy?
Toppy?
And is
Yeah,
it no
copy.
trippy?
Trippy? I like Trippy way better.
Yeah, and that one just is obsessed with drugs.
Whoa. Oh my god, every single time you get like information from Trippy, it's just preceded with, whoa, dude.
And then it's ended
Nah,
with,
man. I want Trippy to be the type when you're not looking to throw a banana peel in front of you.
Oh,
Pretty
Trippy. Ha! That's really good.
I'm glad you got it away. Oh, man.
Can I don't go back, I don't think. What the fuck are the red
going back
pipes?
right now. Maybe they were back in the other zone if you just went left instead of going through the door.
In the other zone that I was just in?
Maybe? Yeah?
Yeah?
I don't
You
know.
think so? But look, there's a pipe like right there. See it?
Is that a red pipe?
Well,
Zach?
can you get up there right now?
No. I wish I could though.
I did not think so.
I did not think so. I do want to say, I find it really weird that you have to wait to recharge your 3D ability. Because it's like, I feel like when you return to 2D, it should just force you to land, like wherever you are. Like the whole reason that they prevent you from staying in this form forever is because it like kind of ruins a lot of the design of the game. And I find it very strange that they don't just instantly regenerate all of your 3D power upon turning back into 2D. I find it weird that they make you wait a little bit. Maybe that's just me.
How far
is
back
this?
is the...
Oh, by the way.
Oh,
By the way, I double checked, and that Pixel we just met, his name is not Spike, but is in fact Barry. Because it's short
Oh,
for...
barrier. Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He is optional.
Barry.
Barry.
I swear to God, Perry the Platypus will be a
Pickle.
childhood staple for me.
You were stable as a child?
Childhood.
Probably if you
See,
got
there's nothing
stitches,
even
yeah.
here, you fuckers.
Hey, I said I was Gus.
Fucking.
I don't keep trying to go left, Zach. Maybe that's
The
it.
camera stopped scrolling.
Go past it.
I'm gonna kill you. you know what we do to usurpers in this chat? Psychic attack!
Psychic attack! Oh, no. Little do you know. I mean, I don't know how well. I've been trying to practice my psychic defense, but I don't know. It's not really strong yet.
What is going on about?
You weren't here for the majority of Professor Layton's streams, but there was a stream where I just started going because I had watched the Snapcube fucking Shadow real-time voice dub or whatever episode video, and I just loved the way that the one guy said psychic attack. So I just started saying it a bunch.
Let's see.
Oh, red
There's
pipes.
the red pipes.
Cool.
What the fuck is that guy?
That was
What
a
guy?
person.
What?
There was a person up ahead. There was a silhouette.
But
of a
also
person.
the reason why you didn't realize
Oh
that,
my
Adrian, is because you were psychically attacked by Zach to lose your memories. So...
Psychic attack.
Wow. It's a magicopus.
what? Oh, hey, it's one.
My
It's
God.
it's cave 1-1. Oh, I'm dead.
No,
I've
it's
died.
cave 1-2, Zach.
That's what I said.
You said 1-1.
Yeah, you know, same thing.
No.
If you add 1-1 together, it makes 1-2.
No, it would make
You just love all the
theoretically
jumping
2-0 if
stuff.
anything, but
No, it makes 1-2.
Get
TO.
him! Oh, you killed!
No, I just wasted. Oh, never mind.
Dead.
Okay, I don't want a dried mushroom.
wait, eat it first, then pick it up. Just eat one of your healing items. Why would you not eat that
Oh,
first?
hey.
It's a very inefficient way to get the coins.
Yeah, but it's funny.
You're gonna kill one of them. It's gonna come back. I'll never see it coming.
Yeah, right, Saba.
Don't be silly.
Saba,
All right, now
Zach
where
has
is
never
the-
ever needed to reap what he sows.
No. Did I win? Oh.
Zach is so only, no reaping.
Correct. Oh, no reap, only sow.
Exactly. There you go. Now you're getting it.
That's my life motto, genuinely.
Yeah. You don't.
Which is why I'm unemployed.
No
Oh
reap,
my
only sow.
god.
That's a fucking. Ow, my soul. Hey, look, a card. Oh, it's
Hey,
just a
look,
capture
a
card. Who gives a
card.
shit about capture card?
Dried shrooms do because you abandoned them for them.
Yeah, but I'm already at full health.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are because you leveled up, right?
Yeah, because I leveled up.
Oh my god, it almost ate your little guy.
You mean like that? Oh, it turned into a peach.
Oh,
Quick, get it.
He killed him. Wow, you lost like 4 of them.
Why did you? You're 2 feet away. Why did you just use carry for it?
It
or
saved
throw it over this
time.
guy's? No, it does distinctly not.
It saved so much time.
It did not.
All right, goodbye, Leaf. I have a Pecha berry now. I don't need no fucking Leaf.
Pecha berry. Oh, he's dead. Oh, you're dead.
The wombo combo.
This is so
You got
bullshit.
owned by Goombas.
I mean, you know, they need a
Oh my god, it's a cool Koopa.
a Kumba.
It's a delinquent Goomba.
I like Kumba.
What, you think he jerks off all day?
Koomba.
Coomba. Kumba. Dude, there was no point to this.
It's a Koomba Toomba.
If there was a time meter, you would have just wasted precious time.
It's true.
You would have gotten
That's
a
a
game
time
over by
waster.
time out. Why did the original Marios have a time meter anyway?
Because actually the reason for that is because they were common
My
they were
gosh.
designing it as if it was going to be an arcade machine. And so they put a timer there to get more quarters out of you, but obviously that
Zach, why'd
wasn't
you-
relevant.
Why'd you kill the Goom?
Why didn't they just take it
Goomba?
out of the game for the home version?
What do you mean? There was no other version. There was just the one version.
Exactly.
Well, because they didn't know the timer. And I mean, you know, is the timer really that bad?
Yes, I hate it. I hate the sound it makes.
I hate the sound it makes.
I hate these people that are leaning to the side and just hiding in their presence like that.
Hello.
Are you telling me that
Hello.
under the magic, like, Koopa witch's
Wow, what the fuck is that
What
thing?
there's a
fuck?
shell?
You're going back to flip side, loser.
What the fuck?
You've been flipped out. Whatever that means.
Was that like a super enemy that I accidentally encountered?
Yes.
What
you
the
fool.
fuck?
How dare your insolence. How dare you interact with this enemy that you had no way of scouting out
You
because
have to
your
start
scouter
all
is
over
gone.
again now?
I'm assuming that they don't play the whole cutscene, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Tippy's gone already.
Well, that's really annoying. This is fucking. Also, and since I learned that the red card is just a capture card, I don't fucking need a capture card. Why do I need a capture card for?
Used to capture someone.
Oh, you know what? Good point. What's the quick menu again? Is it plus or is it? It's not 1. It's not A. Is it plus? No. Minus? What the fuck? Oh, quick menu is 1 plus 2. Perfect. All right.
Used to capture
Nope,
one
that's
of
not what I
these
wanted.
toys.
Cute. Items. Capture card.
Capture him.
Nice. Perfect. I now deal extra damage to Koopas.
I heard
just,
Koopas.
just like Chris Pratt.
Look, you're stomping on Koopas right now, Zach.
Spent so
Sick.
many hours of my childhood stomping on Koopas.
Stomping on
I think I said this when we initially talked about it, but I genuinely believe that the reason why he said Koopas and not Goombas was because, which would be the like actual answer, was because he thought about it for a second and he was like, wait, frickin' Jack Black's character is King Koopa.
Maybe.
What if I go the other way and fuck up these pipes?
Who knows?
I can only hope that that will lead to my salvation.
Do it. Yeah.
Mario's beyond salvation. He's Italian.
He's Italian. Nope, that did nothing.
Come on, run quickly, run back. You got this. Run in the distance, Zach.
Boyo.
Oh yo. Can we try going into those pipes? Maybe it's like one of the pipes you
I think
accidentally
it's one of the
crashed.
pipes that I just broke. Is the pipe that I'm supposed to take. Ow.
Ow!
Ow.
Ow!
Man, it's almost like you're not supposed to do this normally. Dude, so many points though.
Okay, so what you gonna do now? There we go. Perfect. You did it, Zach.
All right, I have a banter question.
Yes. Oh my god, I forgot about banter topics.
If you had the power to go back to any day in your life and relive it, but then after the day was over, you just return to the present day and it wouldn't change anything, how often would you use this power just to try to relive things or days in your life?
So is it okay?
Wow.
And this is a question that's gonna inform my decision quite a bit. Is it free time? Like does it not take away from my lifespan, or every day that I relive does it take one
It
day
does
off?
not take away from your lifespan, no.
It does not. So
Like
it's
almost
just
like
a free day.
It's almost like a simulation, right?
You
where
would just get to
relive
simulate, like, what if.
Now, is it
wouldn't
the
change
same day
anything.
every time? Like, do I have to tell you the day?
I figure
No,
you
you
can
get to
choose.
choose. You get to choose.
Oh God, I would literally, like, I wouldn't even live my life now.
But every
I
day
would
would
like doing
reset.
that.
You wouldn't be able to progress anything in any continuous line but on one day.
Dude, you know how much life sucks? Are you
think I would do that.
I would fucking kill to go back in time and like re-experience like playing Pokemon Emerald for the first time. I would love to go back to like any one of the days where I hung out with my grandmother and didn't appreciate her before realizing that she was gonna die one day. You know what I mean? Like, there's an infinite number of things that I would absolutely relive every day of my life forever if I could.
Yeah, but you're keeping your memories the entire time, and you know it's in the end not going to change anything.
There's no downside to this, I guess, is my point.
No. Think about it, Adrian. If I were to go back to a time, right, that maybe I could see a different perspective or something that I missed that happened during that time. So it's like, it's very
Well, no,
useful,
you said it's
I
a
would
day
say.
in my life, right? I don't have to necessarily do exactly what I did last time, do
No,
I?
you don't. You can change it.
So what if I become the world's greatest detective, and I
my
become and it's like, oh my god, this person was murdered on this day, and I look at it and I'm like, I was alive on that day, and then I go back in time, and then 5-year-old me is like, quick, we have to solve the murder of Mary Sue.
And your parents like, when did you learn to speak words?
I'm like, quick, we don't have time. we don't have time for your stupid questions. Would this work? Literally never, but I could do that. If the person was murdered on or around when I turned like 20, I would be able to solve their murder.
Look, there's the little whirlwind. Don't touch it, Zach.
Oh, you're shit.
Instead of you grab the thing we just said not to touch.
I thought I could like throw it away or something. All right, well,
Zach, it's
fuck
a
me.
force of nature, and now you just put it back.
I guess I'm just stupid.
On the
Yeah.
subject of time travel, I want to do something that I don't think I've
But
ever
before
done.
you move on to a different topic, I'm sorry to do this to you. Can you explain to me what made you bring up this topic initially? Because it genuinely sounded like you thought that the fact that you couldn't progress was a negative.
I just feel like it'd be weird to do that, to have that power and then just have the mind focus. Like, I don't know, I feel like it would be like cursed all the time. It's being like, I could have done that better, and then that would have for sure gone that way, and now I regret not doing it even
because you
more.
can't fix your mistakes in the past, you would feel bad about it, you think?
Yeah, I feel like there might be a point where, like, you know too much of what could have been, and there's not, like, at that point, the regret would be even worse, maybe.
But it's like it's such an intense level of a cat card. It's such an intense level of like knowledge that you would have access to, though. You know what I mean? Does all of this shit cure poison? Holy shit, it does. It's such an intense level of knowledge that you would have access to. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, if anything happened in the past, period, I can recall it. I don't even need to recall it. I can just be like, I'm just gonna fucking go back. I don't know. Not being able to fix your problems would definitely suck, but I think there's a lot of positives that's going on there.
Yeah.
Now, on the topic of time travel, I will do something that... You just
I'm
destroyed
up
his
here
groom,
now.
dude.
What the fuck? Sick.
Look at them.
I got a Piranha Plant capture card.
Now,
That's awesome.
don't get flipped. Don't get flipped out.
No flipping out.
Zach, watch out! Okay. Zach, no! On the topic of
Can
time
you flip
travel,
when you're back there?
I'm going
No.
to do something I don't think has precedent on stream. I'm going to compliment Boruto.
Oh God!
They did
Why would you do that?
because they did one thing that I thought was pretty clever. Was the protagonists were fighting someone who had the power to rewind time a few seconds, which seems incredibly powerful, and it was.
That's a JoJo stand, by the way.
Yes.
Of course it is.
And do you want to guess how they defeated this guy?
I mean, there's so many, but I don't know. It was. I'm going to assume it was clever.
I thought it was pretty clever. The way that they defeated this guy, whose power was to turn back time a few seconds, was they basically did a teleportation magic or whatever, where it brought all of them that were in the area to the intestines of this like toad. This giant
fuck?
like toad.
Oh, giant toad. Okay.
A giant toad, right? Not just tiny toad. No. And they started like throwing a bunch of like clones at him, like shadow clones, right? And he
From
like,
the toad?
No. Okay, so basically Naruto's there. He throws a bunch of shadow clones.
I thought this was Boruto.
Yeah, but Naruto's there too.
Naruto's alive in Boruto? Why the fuck is it called Boruto?
Because it's
about Boruto.
Naruto's kid.
Boruto
Boruto.
is Naruto's kid.
Yes, Boruto is Naruto's son.
That's even worse than calling him like Naruto Jr.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
Okay.
Sorry. Please
I
continue.
guess he just keep going.
The point is, they summon him there, and he's like, "Why are we here?" And he's like, "We're gonna kill you here." And then they start fighting there and wasting a bunch of time. And then out of nowhere, the guy like suddenly heaves over and collapses, and the guy's like, "Aha! We were wasting your time by throwing a bunch of clones at you that you could dispatch by just turning back time every time you fought them," which meant that you were living in this area multiple times over for what seemed for us like 2 minutes was for you actually 10 minutes. And in that time, you succumbed to the amount of time that it takes for this toad's natural, scentless, odorless poison gas in the intestines to kill you. So now you're dying. That's how they got him.
Okay, sure. I mean that's pretty clever. Like,
I thought that was pretty clever. I definitely thought they were just gonna be like.
Can I ask you? Has it like just as like a thing? Was it already pre-established that the gas in the intestines was poisonous or no?
It was established, or no? It was I mean, the whole point was that the guy who did that was like the strategist among them, and it was like, all right, guys, I have a plan, and he's already known for a bunch of toad-related jutsu and magic and stuff.
You can fall down
do you think we fall in? Yeah, do you think we fall in now? Because we're in the background. Oh, that's really
No,
you. God damn it! I will say that is quite clever.
Yeah,
I agree, Saba. That would have been very clever.
No,
but the thing that Adrian was talking about, the Boruto thing, I will say that is pretty clever. Just the idea of like, just because he goes back in time a couple seconds doesn't mean that time doesn't just keep moving for him.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, I will say this does distinctly break the pattern of Boruto, where power scaling gets so bad and there's almost no tactile orange. Like, we need more power. I'm gonna summon this big tail thing.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like Boruto.
And then I will say, literally in that same episode that they do that clever like, oh, I beat this guy with a like normally just pulling someone into the inside of a toad intestine is not that powerful because I'm in there too now, but using this like otherwise not super powerful spell or jutsu or whatever to defeat a much more powerful jutsu, like that was very clever. And then immediately in the same episode the guy's like, all right, well, fuck you, I busted my super power up and now you can't stop me because now I have more power. And then Boruto and Naruto are like, oh yeah, we have a better power up. And then it goes back to the pattern show which brings more power, and it's
once again
boring.
I don't like it.
I don't blame you, but I will say, credit where it's due, they had a clever moment there. They had the clever moment of like using an inferior magic jutsu to beat a superior character.
Superior one. I mean, I know people don't want to hear it, but I will say that is one of the reasons why people, including myself, like JoJo so much, is because the show is literally just that interaction over and over again.
I mean, I don't know if I'd say inherently weaker, because like JoJo's, at least in part, Stardust Crusaders, JoJo's stand is pretty goddamn strong. Right,
but the idea is that it's not like he is the main character, yes, but it's not just him, you know. Like there was I mean, it should be noted that this is just like fan stuff. But like one of my favorite like community discussions that happened was that in part 4, there's a character whose stand is it's literally just, how do I explain it? It's literally just because remember it's a manga, right? So his power is that he puts an onomatopoeia, like he physically puts it on you, and then inside your mind you just hear that onomatopoeia like repeating infinitely, right? That does literally nothing, right? It just sound in your head. And there was a really interesting discussion that happened within the community, like, you know, however long ago, where people were discussing, like, could that guy defeat Dio? And that's like a question that you could reasonably have, and a lot of people had a lot of really good points to make, you know what I mean, like on that topic, and I thought that was really cool. Whereas like in Dragon Ball, you can't really do that.
I was about to say you could have auditory water torture.
In most of Boruto and Naruto Shippuden, you can't do that. Some of early Naruto stuff has a little bit of that, but yeah.
Because that's the thing. That's the thing that I really like, and that was that was one of the reasons why I really disliked Seven Deadly Sins, because it's just like Seven Deadly Sins was like I don't even know how to like properly explain it, but like Seven Deadly Sins fucking drove me insane, because like super early on in the series, one of the characters, like the bad guy for the episode, cleaves the entirety of a mountain off, like the top of it, just in a single swipe of his sword, and then the other character goes whatever, and then defeats him in one shot. And I'm like, so it doesn't matter then. No one matters in this show, because a character can just turn around and suddenly have enough power to obliterate a continent and, you know, go fuck yourself, I guess. And that's one of the only reasons that I like Hunter x Hunter, was that Hunter x Hunter has like the stupid power level shit as well. But even with its stupid power level shit, they still do clever stuff. Like the Chimera Ant arc is a brilliant example of it being like, oh man, these fucking Chimera Ants are way stronger than anything else we've ever dealt with. I guess that means we have to be smart now. And it's like, that's so good. Anyway, sorry.
I will say,
I hate anime, dude.
on the topic of anime and how to deal with it, and how to cope with its existence.
And how to deal with it like it's fucking cancer.
Yeah. I had the thought a while ago, because I realized that, like, one thing I noticed.
What the fuck?
Who are these guys?
I don't. They're like soccer Koopas.
If you had Tippy, you'd be able to know more about them.
Oh,
but,
stop, please.
But I had the epiphany about Dungeon Meshi the other day, which is that the characters don't progress in power. Like barring
they progress
the
in knowledge.
The person knowledge, barring the Dungeon Master stuff, everyone has more or less the same skill sets throughout the entire series. It made me think, what other animes are there the characters don't progress in power, even though it's important to the story? The thing that
Dungeon Meshi does that is arguably what you're talking about in terms of like power level, is that a character will suddenly have like narratively they always had it in their possession, but as a viewer it's only now just being brought up because it's convenient. Namely, what's her face's like dark magic powers that was never talked about prior, or like the fact that fucking Senshi's cooking set is made of fucking adamantium and mithril. Like that's fucking insane, you know what I mean? So it's like, do they progress in power? Not really. But do they become more powerful due to like slight narrative contrivances? They do,
I guess, but I don't know. Like,
yeah, I'm part of the Koopa team.
I like how he's fucking bald. Like, how did they convey? Koopas normally don't have hair. How did they convey that he's bald?
Good question. I don't know. I just think it's interesting, the idea of like either had it all along, or I don't know. I just like the idea. How many animes or mangas or stories are there where it's important that where like, you know, fighting is important, but also they don't actually progress and actively train. Like Lias doesn't get physically stronger throughout the show. He stays more or less the same physically. Like,
yeah, that's accurate.
Shilchuk doesn't get better disarming traps at the show. He's just good at disarming traps.
He's just good at disarming traps, like at the start. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that concept is interesting, of characters who have relatively static skill sets, but just have to adapt via knowledge or tactics.
Well, and I think that. Oh, hello, thank you. Oh my God, is that wait, Lawrence? Were you not followed? Gotta stay on top of Forearm Water in the follow list. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that. What the fuck was I just about to say? I actually had like a point.
I don't know, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I think that Dungeon Meshi has the capacity to... Wait, do I have the bomb guy? I do, I have Boomer. Perfect.
Boomer? Oh no. I don't think they ever knew what could have become.
True. I think that Dungeon Meshi has the capacity to have that. Like, I agree. What the fuck?
It's Baldor.
Oh my god, he just fell into this world and just started making a new kingdom. Now that's effort, dude. That's awesome.
He's a king. Minions gravitate towards him.
Oh, that's so good. Now, why the fuck did you go with the soccer theme? Bowser? What the
That's
hell?
because they're a team, right? He had to get their morale up somehow.
You take what you can get.
Mario and Princess Peach.
Oh my god, my Sunday soccer is ruined.
My Sunday soccer is ruined. Why do you always have to do that? Blow up my goddamn castle.
Blarg.
Now we have, if I remember correctly, I think it's a mini boss fight against Bowser.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, you
Peach.
can't jump on him, or am I wrong about that?
He
No,
has
you
horns
can't
and
jump on him when he's
spikes.
crouching.
Well, he has horns and spikes, so I just be careful if I were you.
Fuck. Hey Bowser, do you wanna fuck off? Oh, hey, that worked.
I mean, it does seem ill-advised of him to use his fire breath on a bomb.
I like how she's just over there being like,
She's freaking out, Saba. She's so scared. Wow, that was easy. I hate Mario. It's not fair. Yeah. Anywho, sorry. Not to like sandbag your not to sandbag your what do you call it? But the
point about Dungeon Meshi having a capacity for something.
Well, yeah, sorry. What I was gonna say was that Dungeon Meshi isn't about the fight. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty
it's
evident
about the
that
food.
yeah, well, it's not even necessarily about the food. It's about like, I mean, as with most good stories, it's about the characters and how they interact with each other and the world around them, you know? Especially in the
Right.
current arc, where it's literally just like 18,000 people all fucking talking to each other. It's like, Dungeon Meshi has the capacity to have characters that don't actively progress in power level, which is a little weird when you think about it. You'd think that they would get like better equipment or something like that along the way, but it's like, no. They just they're basically the same. Like, Lias technically has like a magic sword now, but not really. Like, it's a weird monster sword.
You know what? Lias learned a little bit of magic. He did progress, actually.
Oh,
My
actually, that
lovely
is true.
wife.
He was taught a little bit of magic.
He actively learned a little bit of magic. Not a lot, granted, but a little bit.
He learned how to make an octopus shoot out of the water,
He learned how to unpetrify someone.
which was very
Partially.
important.
Granted, there was also
like-
the element of it wearing off naturally.
I like
so.
how he's so happy about like my lovely wife, and then she's like,
My
what?
wife.
Yeah, they
Borat
got
Bowser.
married.
My
Count Black married
wife.
them. Remember that
like
happened in the intro.
No,
I like Saba-
I know, but I like how he's just like my lovely wife.
My
I like
wife.
Hello, Saba's
my
Borat
wife.
Bowser. Oh, have you met my wife?
Have you met my wife? Oh my god, Bowser's just Borat.
Borat. That's what I was saying. I like Saba's Borat Bowser.
Oh, that's so good.
I think Borat should have voiced
Bowser.
Bowser instead of Jack Black. Controversial take.
I'm not married to you, but I need your help.
Who's going to stop me now? My wife.
My wife.
My wife. Imagine
No,
it's like she's
I don't
like,
wanna.
yeah, I need your help because like even though he married us, I want to get a divorce, so I need your help to do that. He's just like, no, cause you're my wife. I don't want to.
I was watching Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix because they like revived the show as like a Netflix special sort of thing, and I didn't realize how prevalent parental kidnapping was in the world. And this ties into the divorce thing, but it was just like they had like an entire episode. It was like broken into 3 parts about like couples that got married, fell in love, had kids, had trouble later, got divorced, and then one of the parents like took one or all of the kids and then just like, flew
kidnaps
off
the
to like a
kid?
different country in which parental kidnapping isn't illegal and just became citizens of that
Wow.
country. And it's like apparently this happens like more frequently than you would imagine. It's just the sort of thing where like the US like investigates it, and then once it's like, oh, they're in Egypt, sorry, can't do anything unless
I
they
can't
leave
do anything
Egypt.
for you.
Can't do anything
Wow.
unless they get fucking extradited from Egypt. So sorry about that. You'll never see your kids again. And it's like, oh,
And
fuck.
I guess make sure you vet the people you have kids with very thoroughly.
But I mean, that was the thing, was that in all of the cases, like the 3 that they presented, it's like we were a happy, loving couple, and then fucking life happened. You know what I mean? And it's just
And so
like,
I will kidnap my children away from you.
well, I mean, you know, there's problems with that, obviously, but
And, you know.
Bowser, I'm grade A, 100% prime cut, final boss. It's true. Now you're just a friend, a pal. It's gonna be really funny because once we get Bowser on the team, I am
Wow.
just gonna be using Bowser for the rest of the game.
It's almost like he's really strong.
It's really, he's so much more capable. He's just
What'd you
a bad
say?
guy, so he gets shat on.
Now they do his evil, but yeah, she's like, you're not the boss anymore.
Now it's her
What are you gonna
plan.
do then when all your team family leave?
But why you? Man, that's a good face. I love that face.
They did.
You should have grabbed that to make that another, what is it? Emote.
I mean, I
Okay.
could. There's some emotes that I have that I could reasonably get rid of, I think.
I do appreciate Paper Mario Bowser. I think it's a very good Bowser.
It's a very good Bowser design, I agree. I like how he's sharp but not.
Yeah. He's like
It's
rounded
like he's
sharp.
covered in
like-
spikes, but all of them are rounded.
He's beveled.
He's beveled, sharp but not, exactly. If you take, because I know in like Blender, if you take a cube and you bevel it, it essentially just like slices off the edges, right? But if you keep doing that until it's rounded, is that still beveled?
I mean, depends on how anal you want to be, probably.
Like with like is this like a vernacular thing?
I think so.
Okay. Bowser joined your party. When controlling Bowser, press down on the D-pad to breathe fire on your enemies.
Yeah, so
Breath is
the reason why they
ferocious.
beveled it is because they didn't want people saying he's looking sharp, okay?
Ah.
No, like he's not classy enough for that.
I love it. Man, I love puns. Puns are great.
Huh.
We just get in
We
your
just-
way, your royal hideousness.
Heinousness.
Highnesses.
That's what I
Or
said.
heinouses.
Heinous.
What? Did you say
I-
hideousness or highness?
I said
You said
hideousness.
hideousness. You're
I'm
a
so...
liar.
I tried to correct you and then incorrectly corrected you.
No, you corrected me correctly.
No, I said highness, which is not how you say heinous.
I said heinous.
Saba said heinous. I said highness. You said hideous.
So of the three of us, Saba was the most correct, and that's as far as we need to go in this discussion.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about who was the most wrong.
Just know that I'm right.
Look at Bowser's little scoot. It's like doo, 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 doo.
Yeah.
See, that's why he has people carry him for him, because he can't get far fast.
By the way, I looked up bevel just out of curiosity. Do you guys ever heard of chamfering?
Excuse you?
Apparently that's another thing. There's sharp edge, fillet edge, which is like actually rounded and sanded. There's bevel, which is sharply cut, and then chamfering, which is like a specific 45-degree or 90-degree angle or something like that. Is another term, I guess. I've
These
never heard of
must
chamfer in
all
my
come
fucking
from
life.
woodworking, would be my
Yes,
assumption.
it is a carpentry term, but also apparently coming into 3D modeling as by this image, this diagram.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm glad I asked, because this is the type of thing that I want to learn more about. You know what I mean?
Did you see that video I posted earlier about game designer versus programmer? And it was like the Ratatouille
Yes,
video.
I had seen that on Twitter a couple days ago, but yes, I did. What the fuck? We're just at the bottom of the Bowser. You're gonna die.
You're fine.
How is he blowing fire underwater?
It's really hot.
Yes.
You can just barely
Wow.
hear him going. Roar! But yeah, I mean, I like that video, and it is true, right? It's kind of the same thing that I was trying to like advise Saba on when she was still trying to make the fucking dating game or whatever, where it's just like having features is important because you need to have something in the game, but also like for every feature that you add to the game, you take 10 years off of a programmer's life, and the programmer was Grant. So it's just like,
Man.
so it's like maybe chill on that for a bit. You know?
And to a less important or less potentially piercing extent, what did you think of the fucking Mount Rushmore video?
I like the Mount Rushmore video. It's very accurate because that's definitely how their faces are oriented.
Like, okay, but why were they doing that in JoJo? Was there any reason, or was that just part of an intro or something?
So at that time, the guy who was in the white suit, Bucaletti, or at least I call him Bucaletti, he was like the bad guy for that episode, right? And so his thing was that he was a member of the mafia who was going to Giorno, the guy with the blonde hair, and he was like, "Did you kill this person?" And Giorno straight face tells him no. And Bucaletti's whole thing is that he's really good at telling that people are liars, but in the fucking most awkward way possible, where he stares directly into your face, waits for you to like make any sort of flinch, and if you fail to do so, he fucking licks you.
But not staring at you straight on, staring at you askance to your side.
To be fair, because of the scene that they're in, it was because of how they were sitting. Giorno was sitting on a like in a subway train car, and Bucaletti had opened up the wall to look in perpendicularly.
Okay.
So that's why they're at such a weird angle, I promise.
I'm sure that's the reason like Roosevelt and Lincoln were carved like that too, is that they were also in the subway car.
Fucking Roosevelt was looking at Lincoln being like, "Are you a fucking liar?"
Are you lying? And then Lincoln's like, "They call me Honest Abe for a reason."
Speaking of which, I know we kind of talked about it a long while back, but I'm really glad that Clone High is coming back. They've been posting like more and more like promotional stuff on Twitter, being like, "Yo, get hype," and I genuinely am. I like Clone High. I just hope that it's
got high.
I hope that that they're gonna modernize it, because a lot of the humor in the original Clone High was very early 2000s. What the fuck? Look at that big tentacle thing.
Well, I will say, by the way, Sala, if you didn't notice, part of the reason why Bowser is so preferable to any other character in this game, he just has double the attack power.
I did see that.
If you pause and look on the screen, they just double the attack value for everyone else for Bowser, for not a lot of good reason.
It's just because Bowser
if you do like
Bowser's the size of two of them combined.
Oh yeah, attack 4, 4, and 8.
Literally just doubled for no reason.
Peach plus Mario equals 8 attack power, so that's why.
Can you guess what other members will accrue, Saba? If we get any other party members, who do you think we'll get?
No, Luigi's outside, right?
Luigi is not with us presently. That is correct.
Do you think we'll get
Daisy?
anyone else?
Oh my god, Daisy would be so fucking sick, dude.
What would Daisy do? Listen, I love Daisy as much as the next guy, maybe more, but
they need
I don't know what Daisy has
they need to put in active effort and define what the fuck Daisy can do, because she's too cool. Genuinely.
Daisy own like a town.
Well, Daisy's a princess. She has an entire
land.
kingdom, arguably a kingdom larger than the Mushroom Kingdom. It's just the fact that they never use her again. They always use her as like a complimentary. Oh my god, it's this guy.
She's basically been reduced to Peach's tennis partner.
Correct, just like
But
how
she's a pretty
Waluigi is
dope
Wario's tennis partner. I think both Daisy and Waluigi need to be more properly defined in game as to like what makes them tick as characters. Because like I think that the main Mario games do a very bad job of defining Peach as a character, because she's always just like the damsel in distress. But then you have games like this or Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, where like, or even like Bowser's Inside Story, where Peach is like an actual character. You know what I mean? Like she's not just an item to save; she is a person.
Remember Super Princess Peach, where she was characterized as very emotional?
I brought this up before when Saba and I were going on tirades about like this series of like feminism and video game videos or whatever, where it's just like they talked about that, where it's like, yeah, the one standalone game that Princess Peach got, her special thing was that her powers were based on her extreme emotions. It's like, all right. First off, not necessarily a bad idea game-wise, a very bad idea out of context.
Right.
All right, Saba, are you ready?
Would it be funny? It would be
Saba,
funny.
are you ready?
Like, Princess Peach is not really that emotional anyway. Like for the most part, like when you do. Oh my God, is it Trap?
Yo, who wants to do this guy?
Is that what it's characterized as? I forgot.
I mean, I always thought
God.
of. I mean, if you want to do him, I'm doing Bowser.
Zach, you messed up. You talked to him with Bowser first. He has unique dialogue for everyone else that's not Bowser.
Really?
If you talk to him with anyone besides Bowser, he rejects you and goes back in the chest.
Oh, I didn't know that. I've always because you have to be Bowser to clear this room.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, do you? How about you, Saba? Do you want to be this guy?
No, I'm okay. You can go ahead.
Saba just doesn't want to do anything.
My throat's annoying me today, so.
I thought you were gonna do it.
I'm doing Bowser.
All right, fine. Hey,
Come on.
in case you ain't heard, I throw a lot of girth around these parts. We'll see if I can keep this voice up or not.
It's me, the guy who throws a lot of girth around.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna check you out to make sure you got the weight to hang with me. Alright, let's start by checking that face of yours. Dude had shaggy eyebrows that's not even kind of girthy. You get 50 girth points.
All the girth points.
Alright, I gotta check the girthiness of those clothes of yours. Or
just
should
a
I say
shell.
lack thereof? What's more girthy than a giant spiky shell? That's 100 girth points. This voice is already annoying me.
I don't know why you didn't do like a normal, like funny voice. You went with the hello.
Girth check on the body coming up. That's where the real heavy comes in. Look at this guy. Look at the dictionary. He's the definition of
You just have to
girth.
cough.
And he's the fucking definition of girth, my dude.
A super heavyweight right here. Bam. 10,000 girth points. The sheer girthitude on display is blowing my mind.
Blowing my mind. I mean,
Get
once
out of
again,
my
this was a
mind.
game made in the past, in the before times. If you walked up to someone in the video game like sphere now and were like, hey, let's talk about Bowser's girth, I don't think they
Maybe
would
still
think
pretty
his
amazing.
weight.
True. There's no getting around it. You've got heavy, like I've never seen before. Any fool that gets into it just have to girth them up. You smash and squish those. Okay. You're going places with girth like that, and I want to come along for a ride. See, he analyzes anyone else that's not Bowser and just goes back in the chest if you're not Bowser. Which is really funny to me.
Thudley, that's his name. Thudley.
I'm really sorry we didn't get the alternate dialogue.
Nah, sorry about that. I didn't know.
It's okay.
It's still Thudley.
Oh, sorry. With our girths combined, nobody can stop us. But you gotta get out of this room first. Put my heavyweight power to work.
It would have been funny if it was called Trap because it's a
Trapezoid?
Because it's a trapezoid.
Oh. Huh.
Yes.
You know what? I was wrong. I just looked it up. Apparently, I misremembered. He does not. Okay. Not only does he not reject anyone else, he actually ranks Bowser as the least girthy of the 3 people you have.
What the fuck?
That's really.
So
That makes even less
he-
sense.
So he still checks face, clothes, and body for each of the 3. For Mario, he says, "Looks like you're sporting a beefy stash. Solid. I give it 60 points." And then overalls, man, only the brawniest heroes wear those. And then body, you might be small, but you pack a punch of girth. Girth is a state of mind. You got 10,000. So Bowser, remember, had 10,150. Mario has 10,160.
Wow, I can't believe Bowser
If you
loses
tell
in the
me
girth
that Peach is
category,
the
too.
girthiest.
Peach, look at those big eyes. You make my girthy heart flutter. Those eyes of yours have some heavy to them. That's 70 girth points.
No!
A big dress, it takes guts to wear
70
that here.
girth.
Bam, that's 100 girth points. And then body,
She wins?
unbelievable. You might be a thunder thing, but you've got a beefy spirit girl. I would mess a chick with you. You get 1 million girth points.
Oh my god. She wins the girth challenge.
I desperately want somebody to make a gimmick account on Tinder where they review they review a girl's girth as Thudley and tell her that she has 1 million girth points and see if that motherfucker's alive the next day or if she murdered him. Like,
That's really funny. I'm not gonna lie.
now I desperately want Thudley to rank us.
Saba
That
would
would
rank
be
the
really
highest,
good.
obviously.
Saba would rank the highest because girth is a state of mind.
Right.
Grant would rank
he wouldn't
second
wanna
because
mess
he's the
with
tallest.
He wouldn't want to mess with a chick like Saba.
It's true.
Definitely not.
I feel like you would have to rank last, Zach.
Me?
Yeah.
You think that you're girthier than me?
I think that by
If girth
whatever
is a
fucking
state,
metric,
if girth is a state of mind, I would have to disagree with you on this.
I have to be frank with you. I don't think Thudley's a very good judge of girth.
Oh, so you're saying? Wait.
I don't trust his judgment, given that he ranked Peach and Mario over fucking Bowser. So,
Oh my god.
so yeah.
A lesser person would take offense to this, but I appreciate the compliment.
I will
Question
say, fun fact in the game,
Whoa, what is
Thudley's eyes. Fun fact in the game, Thudley's eyes float the same height above his body, but in official artwork, one eye is elevated, prompting Nintendo Power article to include a statement by him saying that he was saving up to get one of his eyes surgically realigned.
What the fuck?
Here's the artwork where his eyes are misaligned, and you can see
God,
that apparently between when this picture was taken
God.
and when this game came out, he got his eyes surgically aligned, whatever the hell that means.
I'm waiting for it. Oh my goodness. That's like a big misalignment, too.
Yeah. What the hell? Oh, hello.
Fight him, Zach.
I'm fucking
You got
working.
this, Zach.
Fucking working.
Come on,
wonder-
Zach.
I wonder which one you actually have to get.
The yellow one? Look at this
Maybe.
motherfucker. I remember this scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Remember the
Oh
blooper?
my god!
By chance, remember the blooper in Thousand Year Door?
Yes, I do.
Who was also a mini boss and was a little smaller.
There was a blooper boss in in Mario RPG as well.
True.
I don't know if there was one in the first Paper Mario. I don't remember.
Now, here's the thing. We are in the like nerdy otaku like geek
Do you think that
world.
there's significance to the fact that there's a squid?
Not only a squid, but a squid that you can defeat by ground pounding your butt onto tentacles.
I'm sure that doesn't mean anything, you know?
It's just
Yeah,
a
good point.
coincidence.
It's just a coincidence. It's probably more significant if you ground pound Bowser's butt onto the tentacles.
Not there, anywhere but there. Not my extremely fragile tentacle.
The red is because it's inflamed.
Oh god, I hate that. I hate the word inflamed, dude.
What's wrong with being
You?
inflamed?
Yeah, it just well, because it's so evocative. It's like fucking engorged. I hate that word as well.
What do you think of
You
turgid?
don't like gorgeous?
That's not what I said. The turgid is also bad.
the
Throbbing is
end,
bad.
Distended?
Distended, I feel like you could argue being fine.
Rubbing eyes.
Throbbing eyes.
What about gravid?
That's not even a word that anybody in this century uses, so I think it's fine.
Okay. I mean, it's a technical word.
Well, if it's technical,
It's
then
a
that's like professional, you know?
Tentacle word?
Gravid means
Starbucks.
carrying eggs or young or
You had
pregnant.
to.
It's just a fancy word for pregnant.
The other
pregnant,
one
if you
that
will.
does it, like, funny enough, fucking
Organte?
inflamed is worse to me, but it's still a bad word. Is swollen. Like if something is described as swollen, it makes me feel not great.
Swollen.
It's an entire. Just someone describing something as swollen. It's an entire narrative in and of itself. You know.
All right, let's have a competition. Let's see who can make the worst sounding word with only 2 syllables.
I still hate the word fecund.
What?
Fecund.
Is it fecund or fecund?
I say fecund.
I don't. That's not. I refuse to believe that this is a word.
It's a word. It's actually a positive meaning.
It means
Oh,
fertile.
okay.
It means able to give
Like
birth.
bountiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the word. I like the meaning of the word. I think the meaning of the word's fine, but I just never just looking at the word and being like, is that fecund? I hate both of them.
Anyway, my entrance into this contest that I've established of making the worst 2-syllable word is sclerunchy.
That's not a word.
I didn't say I had to be real. Sclerunchy.
That's bullshit.
Hey, you can make a fucking bogus made-up word too.
Okay.
I said make up a word.
Oh, look at that tiny door. Sorry, what was yours again?
Sclerunchy.
I would say declard.
Declard. That's really good stuff. I would fight back against Adrian's sclerunchy because you're cheating to make that 2 syllables.
What is that noise? I felt like Adrian just died or something.
Sorry, that was my sclerunchy
No!
noise.
Fucking. Oh my god.
Alright, fine, sclerunch.
If I had to
Are you moving
list
slower all of a sudden?
God damn it. If I had to nominate a word that is 2 syllables that I think is the worst, I would say each other.
There are bad flowers here.
Each other?
Okay, we're back. What?
Sorry, what was your word again, Zach?
Each other?
And yes, I know it's 2 words. It shouldn't be. And that's why I'm arguing that that's why it's the worst.
I said 2 syllables.
Yeah, well, sorry, that's what I meant. I know it's 2 different words. I know it's not a one word thing, but I argue that it should be, which thus makes it the worst. I should probably not die.
Remember, all your food cures poison.
Yes. I probably should have eaten the 10 instead of the 15.
Give him a salad.
Well,
Alright.
it's really funny because they just increased the clock speed of the game, not just my movement speed. Because even fucking Thudley's animation just plays twice as fast. Anywho.
You know,
If I had
maybe
to
with
make up-
Bowser's Giant Collision Box, you should switch to someone else for platforming. Even if just briefly.
What a silly fucking statement.
What? I know, how absurd.
It is. I would like if I was a lesser man, I would be genuinely offended. How the fuck do I get up there?
I was literally.
It's
Try
impossible.
flipping while you're on top of that tie box there.
No.
Unfortunately, yeah. Well, okay, interesting.
Fuck.
Okay, which one was your least favorite, Adrian? Okay.
Fucking Saba.
If I had to pick between each other and what was yours again, Saba?
Decklord.
Declar? I think Declar's a worse
Declar's
word.
way worse.
Yeah. I think Saba wins this contest.
I'm glad.
I could very comfortably concur with that. Declard is really good. Can you tell me what Declard means?
Yeah, give it a definition. What does it mean?
Okay, I need to think about this a little bit.
Declaration?
Yeah, because it seems like it would share declare. What's a is it someone who is it someone who declares something?
I kind of, I was like, wouldn't it be super funny if it was a unit of measurement?
What does it measure?
It's a unit. It's just a unit. Okay, I don't know, distance.
The
area.
The declard is the measure of how sincerely a declaration should be taken.
So how sincere is 4 declards?
The Declaration of Independence is 1.
Oh my God! So it's a really that's a really
like
big unit.
Point scales. Yeah.
Either that or you're British and you think it's a joke.
Oh. So it's relative then.
It's pseudo relative, kind of like the difference between a mile and a nautical mile.
Or a declard, I think, could be like a type of decoration. I don't know what it would look like though.
Is Declard just what Deckard Cain is called when he declares something?
Yes. Yes. Can I? Oh, I should probably be Peach, huh? There you go. Long jump. Back to Bowser.
Look,
nope.
you have to...
Bowser, please.
Look, you have to switch between your companions to accomplish.
Wait, was his name Thunder, the trapezoid?
Thudley.
It's Thudley.
Thunder.
Thudley, oh. I was like, what? My mind disappeared for a second.
Oh, it's just a sign telling you to go up.
Yeah, it's no special powers.
I thought it was one of those like flip you around, fucking back it up, flip it and reverse it.
This ain't Mario Galaxy.
Man, I miss Mario Galaxy.
Also, 23 fucking damage. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
He deserved it.
Zach, wouldn't you also want to go back to when you first played Mario Galaxy?
I would fucking yes. Fucking Mario Galaxy. But that's the thing is that, well, actually no, because never mind. In the scenario, Adrian established that you don't have to. It doesn't have to be the same day every time. So like I could go back and relive the very first day that I played Mario Galaxy, and then the very
Adrian
second day, and then the very third day.
Right?
Yeah, you keep your memory, so like you're not.
I hope I keep my memories. I've been working on them for a while.
You never get to re-experience Outer Wilds, Zach.
Yeah, but I could relive the day where I got to show it to you guys for the first time.
That's true.
That's
And
true.
that's good enough for me.
Fair enough, I guess. Also, that guy dropped a key, didn't he?
He dropped a dried mushroom.
Oh, okay.
You know, the thing.
Ooh. That's a half-made door. Oh, it was behind the wood, and you burned it. Oh, okay.
Wouldn't just burn the whole tree.
What if the door just disintegrated?
Like the door burned down, it just left the hole.
It showed Bowser with a shocked face, showed game over.
I think it's weird that they made it bark colored and not just like vine colored. But that's just me. Because like I would associate burning vines more than burning the bark of the tree that I'm on. I'm not that fucking suicidal.
Fair.
Like, hey, I'm gonna burn down the tree that I'm like 300 feet in the air with.
Oh, it's a daisy.
Music.
Careful, don't get
Oh,
song-sanged.
I love daisies.
Don't get song-sanged.
What the fuck? Oh, now I have to go back down. Right.
Do not become
this is fun. This is
song-sang.
great. Man, this game's great.
I do wonder what the inspiration for making a singing flower was.
I don't know, because Nintendo does that quite frequently.
Do they? Is singing flowers a common thing?
Well, actually, you know what?
Look
Now
how
I think
nice
about
and
it,
happy they look. Wow, you just.
now that I think about it, the
Cool.
other the only two other examples I can think of a singing flower, one of them was from Bowser Inside Story, that part where you go to the area with all like the sunflowers and stuff. There are like normal sized flower enemies that you can fight as Mario and Luigi that do have a song attack, like a singing attack. And then the other one is Thousand Year Door. They have a flower enemy that sings.
Those are daisies too.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was gonna say, was that it's like, oh yeah, that's also Daisy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's only like 2, but it's still like 2.
I guess is the idea that like the smell of lavender can put you to sleep and they're singing, I guess. Seems like a stretch, but
Maybe it's because maybe somebody on the development team knew that the song, what was it called? It's like Daisy Maybe, I think is the name of the song. It was the first song ever performed by a robot.
maybe?
When did Alice in Wonderland come out in context to like this? Maybe because someone came up with the
Fucking a
absurdist like.
century ago?
Yeah.
Through the
like-
Looking Glass is an extremely old story.
Does that have singing flowers in it?
It does.
Probably.
I don't know if they're daisies,
Yeah, it was
but
like
it does
maybe
have
in
singing
Alice
flowers
in
in it.
Wonderland, like the singing flowers just became a thing for people for that. What happens if you get hit by a music note?
You fall asleep.
You made it cry!
I fucking killed it, dude. I killed it, and I would do it again.
Zach is not a vegetarian. Let it be known.
No,
Wait, wouldn't I be a vegetarian
vegetarian.
since I want to kill it?
All right. Zach is not a.
So what happens when you get hit by the music note?
You fall asleep, so that way they can hit you again.
Yes.
So they make you take a nap? That seems pretty good. I think
Well, you take damage
some
from
people
it.
need that.
I mean, you also take damage, yeah.
Well, yeah, sure, that makes sense. If you were to suddenly
it's-
fall asleep,
It's like
collapse where you
taking
are,
melanin.
Sala, it's not the fact that the song soothes you to sleep, it's that the physical manifestation of music note bludgeons you in the back then so hard you pass out.
That
That's
why you take damage.
that is a
Assaulted
deal
by
breaker. I
music.
agree.
Yeah, it's not quite melanin chemical reaction or emotional.
It's like
No,
imagine if you had insomnia and then your doctor was like, "Well, none of our other treatments have worked, so I'm just going to use this baseball bat."
Yeah, it's like that. I diagnosed you with baseball.
Technically,
I diagnose you with bat head.
I diagnosed you with you need to get hit in the back of the head.
That's just very straightforward. Oh no! God, I'm so bad at video games, dude.
So bad at
Oh my
games.
God, Bowser can't climb ladders.
Yeah, he's too thick.
So cute, dude. Oh, I love that so much. Oh my.
He's too thick. He's too girthy.
Wait, can Peach climb?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at
That's the same sprite they used when he was changing in Thousand Year Door.
that. Wrong. I don't know if you're actually wrong. I just wanted to say that you were wrong.
You're just such a big Donald Trump fan.
Wrong.
Wrong.
You're so wrong, I'm right.
Wrong. You're so wrong. You're
you.
wrong.
I could go down to 4th Street and shoot a guy in the street and get away with it.
And then he did.
And then he did.
Why are you going back and forth all so much?
Because
I don't know.
I think I need to flip this switch with a bomb. Maybe.
I don't think it would last that long, would it?
I don't know, but like I need to flip a switch, but there's no switch for me to flip.
By the way, remember when Justin Bieber killed a guy with his car?
Yes. Yeah, it definitely does not work. Fuck.
Kind of fucked up of him, huh?
Yeah.
Perfectly on top.
There's actually like an extensive list on Wikipedia of celebrity
he's killed with his car.
homicides that were completely forgotten.
I thought you were just gonna say people that Justin Bieber killed with his car.
I mean, there's probably also a thing for that. Agreed.
Probably.
Dude, what the fuck? Where am I supposed
There's
to
a pipe
go?
over there you're supposed to go in once you get on that ledge up there.
Oh, I didn't notice that. All right, my bad.
It's hidden
Didn't
behind those
notice
blocks.
that.
It was hidden behind the blocks.
was
I
his
didn't notice
fault.
it. Now we're back in, Professor Layton.
Professor Layton.
Was there a guy you gave that voice to in Leighton?
No, but I should have.
Of course.
It's not a bad
In
voice.
an overly
Ian.
British accent.
I can't fucking get in this pipe. There we go. I'm in the pipe.
Get in the pipe, lad.
Master Wayne.
Get quickly.
Get in the pipe, Master Wayne. Oh, this
I
is,
need-
I remember this one. I remember thinking that this one's really clever.
I need to lay some pipe,
Oh!
Master Wayne.
That didn't work?
Yikes.
Check your other pixels.
That hurt.
I mean, oh, does Slim work here? He probably works here. Okay. I thought that the trick with this one was that you had to use Peach and like defend, and you would just go like blind,
Oh
blind,
my
blind.
gosh, you don't exist.
There's probably one where things are falling from the ceiling that works on, but Peach's thing pointedly seems like she's defending from above, even though she can defend from below
That's
too,
an
usually.
extremely good point. That's
So what happened with this one? You just don't exist?
yeah.
You just turn sideways? Okay.
That'd be great if you turned yourself sideways and then flipped, and then you were just normal.
Well,
Shit. Do it
if
again.
only had Carrie. I love Carrie.
I think last episode 2 weeks ago, Grant and I discussed who the worst pixel was, and I think we both agreed it was Carrie.
What the fuck? Carrie's great.
But that's the thing, was that I don't remember who it was that was in the chat, but the person in the chat was like, "Are you guys fucking high? Not only does Carrie mean that you can move around faster, but it also means that you can use Bowser's fucking flame breath while moving."
Yeah.
Which is true. Like that is a big deal. Let's make it stop. No, Davey!
It's just, trying to give you a good night's rest.
If there's
Exactly.
one
Keep feeling
thing
it.
that I think is very valuable in almost every video game, it's movement speed being higher. And Carrie provides that, so I'm all for her.
That is extremely correct. Oh,
Well,
I
if you threw a
could definitely do the
bomb down
bomb
from
here
here.
now. Go! Fuck.
No.
Oh, well, that
That
worked.
worked. Okay, Dick, hurry.
Make it stop. That's a good. Is that your new phrase?
Make it stop.
Make it stop, please. Oh, please, make it stop. The senseless violence.
Essentially violence.
Even the
The
youngling.
senseless.
The senseless census.
Senseless is what that blind deaf girl was, basically.
Blind. The fucking Helen Keller?
Yeah, I couldn't remember her name.
Fucking.
I got her mixed up with all the other blind deaf girls that I know.
Oh, too many.
Boomer, please come back.
It's not like a nothing joke, but Helen Keller in a cell. Just like a wrestling event where you wrestle Helen Keller.
Oh my god.
Seemed very fair.
There's a
No,
lot
you
of
should.
problems
It should
with
have been
that.
Helen Keller in a cellar.
Helen Keller in a cellar.
Yeah.
This is also very bad. What the fuck?
Okay.
So
Maybe
these
have to
are
ground pound them?
thwomps, right? So your assumption is
These
that
are
you have to hit
Chain
the...
chomps, not thwomps.
Yeah, that's what I said.
These
So
are
you need to...
chomps.
Oh my god!
Bowser's just heavy enough.
He's just heavy enough to hurt a solid iron being?
A silo.
Peach too.
He's wearing iron on his arms.
I can now deal double damage to Peach.
Yeah, in your domestic spats. Since
Hey
you're married
man,
now.
sometimes you just need to show a woman's what for.
Did you say you need to show a woman 4, as in like 4 fingers?
Or the floor.
I was gonna say I said show a woman what for, but what you said is also fucking misogynistic.
is also
so-
evil. Yeah.
So I'll take it. And I'm sorry. not
The
funny.
Dark Souls of women's rights.
Yeah.
Wasn't
What
it
the
like when
fuck
ground
is
pounds?
happening? Oh,
Hang on, can you show me what it looks like when Peach ground pounds? I don't remember what it looks like. Is there an animation for it?
oh!
Huh.
What the- how is it possible that you ground pound elegantly?
I mean, if anyone's gonna do it, it's Peach.
That's insane to me. Now, what the fuck do I do here?
Flap.
I can't.
You gotta flap.
I can't flip. Wow.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong.
Now what if I slim? Huh? What
I can't
the
fucking
fuck?
believe it. That's insane.
That's stupid shit, dude.
True.
Oh my god. That's the stupidest thing I have ever seen. All right. Please. No. Ow. Wait, how do I get out now? Oh, I have to wait for it to come back, obviously. Duh. All right. Cool. We're here. We're alive.
We made it.
We made it.
I got a question. If
Okay.
you had a third arm with the dexterity of a non-dominant hand at the end of it, poking out of your non-dominant side, how would that change your everyday life?
Good
I
question.
run into things more often.
That's true.
Than I already
It would
do.
probably fuck with your balance a little bit. It's a good question because like what do I use? Like you're essentially asking what do I use my non-dominant arm for? And when I think about it, I often use my non-dominant arms for like holding various objects, whether it be like the bowl of cereal that I'm carrying up the stairs or like you know stuff of that ilk. So when you ask the question in this manner, it's like I guess I would just mostly use it for like carrying things, like not like chopping vegetables or something. Although if I had 3 arms, I would probably put a lot more effort into actually like becoming ambidextrous, because I would have an unfair advantage on all other ambidextrous people.
True.
Lovely.
Where are you going?
I have
He's
to.
going back
I
down
have-
to go through the pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He didn't know
Is
it.
this the wrong pipe? Nope, it's the right pipe. You like that?
Okay.
Safe.
What about you, Saba? What would you do with your extra hand?
Your extra non-dominant hand.
I mean, I think it would probably be
Oh,
the same
shit!
thing as
I forgot
Oh.
about this. Ah, you finally you arrive. Hello, Dementio. You don't wear tardiness well.
Whoa, you can't just say that, Dementio.
not in year 2020, 2022. Who are you supposed to be, Mr. Frilly Pants? You going to tie me a balloon animal? You must be Bowser. I knew the moment I...
nubbins.
Sorry?
No, continue.
I knew the moment I saw the flailing nubbins you call arms.
Nubbins.
I am a humble servant of Count Black. Master of dimensions, pleaser of crowds, I am Dementio. Dementio? What kind of Gen Z bullshit is this? Have a name like a normal person like Bowser or Peach. It is truly enchanting to finally meet my hapless victims. I have prepared a special morsel of a treat for you. Do you think he would have different dialogue if we had walked through with like Peach or Mario?
Probably
I think
yes, because he actually
100%.
knows those people, or those people actually know him.
Did they know Dementio?
Well, they've met him before, haven't they?
I don't think Peach has. I don't think so actually.
Were they not at the wedding?
Dementio was not. None of the servants were at the wedding. Except
Huh.
for the secretary lady.
I see.
Yeah. special morsel of a treat for you. Welcome. How about some magic? And voila, you are now in Dimension D, a dimension of my own creation.
The D stands for dimension.
The D stands for dimension, which stands... No, the D stands for Dimension D, which stands for Dimension D, which stands for Dimension D.
It's recursive.
In this mind-bending realm, my attacks are 256 times more
In this
potent.
mind-bending realm, my attacks have stack overflow.
That's true. Oh wait, they actually do because it's one more than 255. That's really funny.
So it loops back around to being normal power.
Exactly. I am now far more powerful. I could obliterate you with a raise of an eyebrow,
Now,
of
does
which
that
I
imply
have
that those
none.
are? I was gonna say, does that imply those are eyebrows and not his eyes?
They are definitely his eyes, because later on when he gets mad, they turn mad.
But what if those are just his eyebrows flexing?
Do your eyebrows go from fucking crescent shape to triangle shape when you get mad?
I don't know. Do yours?
No, and I have thicker eyebrows than you do.
Hey, you don't know that.
A
A lot has changed in the past few years.
A lot of shades. You posted a picture of yourself.
A lot has changed in the past few days. I had my eyebrows surgically grafted to look like Rock Lee.
Now we must
Amazing.
duel like two gleaming banjos on a moonlit stoop.
Stoop. What an ungrateful word.
Gleaming banjos. So is his attack actually like greater?
I believe it's
Are you
just.
gonna
I believe
blame
it's purely normal. I think Adrian either knowingly or unknowingly identified why it's normal.
It's literally stack overflow to just normal power level.
But that's the thing, is that it's technically not Stack Overflow, because real Stack Overflow is like 200 billion something million whatever. You know what I mean?
You can jump on him.
I could have jumped on him. I got him.
I got him again.
Yeah, see, now he just deals 2.
You got hurt.
Can you pierce this illusion? God, I love Dementio so much, dude.
I didn't take you for a clown fucker.
Both of them.
I'm not a clown fucker. Dementio's not a clown. I said copium flowing
He's
through
a
my veins.
A jester. That's what I would call him.
Jester is just a fucked up
Look
breed
at
of
it!
clown
Look
like
at
the
it! Tell me
pug.
those are his eyebrows.
Maybe he's sad. Ooh.
Your blows are like miniature jackhammers wielded by tiny, angry road workers. How is this possible? This dimension makes me 256 times more powerful. You're such an idiot. This place makes me stronger too.
Wow, that's pretty funny actually.
Dementio, I didn't know! Dementio, you can't be stupid! Of course, this was simply an amusement that played out exactly as I planned. Were you amused? That was just an hors d'oeuvre.
That was just a horse devour.
A horse devour.
That's my favorite way to pronounce that. Horse devour.
Horse devour.
The next time we meet, you will feast on a deadly 8-course meal.
For a long time, I genuinely did not know how to pronounce the text, but knew the phrase hors d'oeuvres, just didn't connect them.
Who in their right mind would hear the word hors d'oeuvre and think it not only begins with an H, but has a space and an apostrophe in it?
The French.
The French, I hate them.
Who would look at CIAO and think chow?
The
French. That's your answer.
A little more, perhaps.
I still
They are
can't believe
strong,
that
but they must be stronger yet to defeat Black.
Dachshund isn't Duchess Hound.
Dachshund, yeah.
Dachshund, yeah, that makes sense. I must
want
make
Duchess
sure they
Hound.
can face him when the time comes around at last. Oh, that's intriguing, isn't it, Saba? Why is Dementio?
he's not on their
Dementio
side?
plotting against? Yeah, why is he plotting against Count Black? That's weird. Can I get down, please?
Now, okay, I want to ask you, and also you, Saba. So we just saw a point in time and space that there's no reason why the player-controlled characters would be able to know or see, but we, the player, were given privy to.
Right.
What do you think about if a story was written like with these kind of moments in mind, but there was a mode, there was an in-character mode where they just cut all that content out, and you're not allowed to see any of it?
So dramatic irony scenes would be completely removed for the sake of like continuity.
Yes, like you're not allowed to see anything your characters don't see.
I mean, I would like if it doesn't.
Red Wind?
Yes, Red Wind, which
What?
I'm going to use fucking Peach, maybe?
Oh, it's the whatchamacallit. It's the you have to find the red pipe with the red wind and then the red ocean and
Defeat the red tentacle. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. So to answer Adrian's question, I would like if the story is worse, I would dislike it, I guess. But it's hard to say objectively, right? Like, did we really need to see that Dementio is like plotting against Count Bleck? I think that it's much more interesting, so I would definitely want to see it. But I could understand somebody not wanting to, I guess. Oh my God, it's just a platform.
I think by default,
Yay!
I think by default, because I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see what it's like playing a game like that, and then like afterwards being like, well, that seems out of nowhere, and then like seeing the mode where like the drag iron is, I was like, oh my God, it was planted all throughout. But
dramatic irony, right, is like a tool for like readers to keep readers interested and like, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because then you would 100% be, you know, from the character's POV, which is, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's just, you know,
I do.
it's another tool people have.
I do think it
writers
is
have.
like semi-valid criticism, and I don't know. I would like to know if you agree with me on this, Saba. Yeah, let's go. This is how Bowser affords to rebuild his castle every time. He's able to hit those blocks so much faster than everyone else. Do you think that it is valid criticism to negatively attribute when we, the viewer, know information, but the characters couldn't possibly know the information, but yet the characters act upon that information regardless?
Can you like give me an example?
The examples exist.
Like, just a
I
hypothetical.
can't think of any
You
right
can just
now.
give me a hypothetical, like
here,
just come up
let's
with a
say because we just saw that Bleck was like
Or
he ran
Dementio was
away.
like, I hope that they get stronger
Yeah.
against Count Bleck. Now,
Yeah.
imagine in a much worse story, Peach in the next scene was like, I think Dementio. Well, no, that's not really taking his info. That's just inference. But like, well, like, what
But
if
Peach
in
is
the
like, why
next
does
scene,
it-
like, what
like,
if in the
Peach
next
acts
scene,
like-
Peach was like, why is he plotting against blah blah blah? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
that actually just wouldn't make sense. Like,
Yeah.
Right, but you can
Logically.
criticize that, right? Like in that, like to be fair,
'cause
this
it actually
example that
doesn't
we
make
just
sense.
to be fair, this example that we just brought up is particularly bad. There are examples like in popular media in which it's a lot more subtle, but it's just like I'm trying to think
the
because
thing
like
is, like, there's no foundation for the character to respond in that kind of way. Because the only reason why a character would respond in that kind of way is if they had that knowledge to begin with, which they don't. So it doesn't make any sense.
To give like an example, that I'm only vaguely familiar with. One of the people that I'm watching on Twitch has only just recently made his way through Mass Effect 2, and they brought up a really good point that I didn't realize. The long and the short of it, Mass Effect 2 is like this big narrative with like a bunch of alien races in it and stuff like that. There is a point in the narrative in which your character is talking to like a council of elders for this one alien race, and then a different character who is technically on your team but was not on the ship at the time, as soon as they come back, you have the ability to talk to them about the council meeting that you had, and they start the conversation. It's not like, hey, what do you think about the council meeting, and then you filling them in. It just immediately jumps to them being like, I think that council meeting was bullshit. And that's like a really weird...
I mean, isn't that like there's sometimes like a skip of like information, I guess, where someone's just like,
but you would
they
have
explain
to
and then they
indicate
get
that
on.
in some way. Like I feel, right? Because it's like it's
It was like a little blurb of like, you explain.
or
then you
something,
just go-
you know what I mean? Because it's like there sometimes there's a little bit of dissonance when you're selecting an option in speech, and your character is technically saying it, but you don't hear them say it. Like, sometimes that leads to problems in Mass Effect. But in this particular case, it was literally like, you come to this council meeting, well, at least in their playthrough, you go to the council meeting, as soon as you come back, the person who was gone has arrived back on the ship with you and is now telling you about the council meeting. Despite the fact that literally no one but you was at that council meeting to tell them, they tell you about how they feel about the
Yeah, that's not good.
specifics.
There has to be like some kind of, or at least any kind of indication of where they got the knowledge from. It could be either like, oh, blah 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 told me, or
So you think it's valid criticism?
yeah,
Okay.
you know, things have to have a flow of logic to them, and that's like, there really isn't a flow of logic there if you're having like you know, the logic of the world of the game.
Depending on how like
narrative.
complex your narrative is, like if you're writing fucking Game of Thrones, I can't imagine how stressful it would be to keep track of who knows what. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
And like to give like reasonable doubt as to them knowing or not knowing something. Because like in Game of Thrones specifically, a lot of people just kind of exist in the world. You know what I mean? Like we're not following them
Yeah.
every minute of their lives. There are people that they could be talking to that we just don't see. But like I couldn't imagine the logic web that you would have to write in order to maintain like, okay, Jon Snow does know this, but he doesn't know any of this stuff. Okay, Daenerys knows this, but she doesn't know any of this. You know, it would be an absolute nightmare. Also, good
Look
castle.
at the big castle.
I do.
What's this castle
I do
got?
want to circle back to sort of my original point, which was like, because almost all the time, whenever like there's a cutaway in a game, like right here, for example, we like they don't know this, but it establishes a character trait about our villain so far or his plans.
Like what's been happening.
Yeah.
In this context, you could it doesn't make sense because this narrative is being told like in real time, but hypothetically, because this story is about a story being told, right? Because like in between the chapters we have those like narration bits, right? Technically, you could argue that this is Tippy telling the story previously. Or like in the future after we've already saved the day, this is Tippy being like, oh, and then Francis was taking pictures of me with a strangely like detailed camera now that I look at it.
Yeah. Well, let's go more extreme. Let's say, I don't know. Like a lot of times, like
Shake that thorax.
it's the plans for a character that is not affiliated with the party, doesn't talk with the party, and like what their whole fucking shtick is and their plan. So I don't know. I just think it's an interesting thought idea of being like, let's just get rid of all the parts that you're not there for, and so you don't know any of it. And then, because then I feel like there's a lot of times where without that stuff, a lot of it just seems like random twist stuff, where like all of a sudden a character like backstabs someone else or activates a plan no one was thinking of or stuff like that.
Well, I think it's like
without the kind
your
of
onus to like whether or not which way of writing is more effective for what you're trying to do. So, like, you don't have to have dramatic irony, you know?
Right, but I feel like
I do
without
really
it,
like dramatic irony though.
I feel like without dramatic irony, a lot of stuff would come off as like twisty, or you need the characters present for a lot more stuff.
Could you imagine
Yeah.
if other narratives got like tried? Actually, you know what? This might be like a little whatever, but like I wonder what it would be like if other types of narratives tried to get away with just the like pulling stuff out of your ass randomly, like anime does. You know what I mean?
You know,
like imagine you're watching like fucking Toy Story 2 and suddenly Woody's like, "Oh, didn't you know the wool that the cotton that I'm stuffed with is a special Peruvian wool that weighs 50% as much as normal American wool." And it's like, "Oh, that's the reason why he can glide through the house or whatever." You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine if other narratives did something like that?
I will say, I just realized that the game.
Oh my God,
when I
Saba,
had
look.
my
Oh my god.
Wait,
it's
flip and see them from the other
robotic
perspective.
cat maid.
what do they look like when you flip?
Wow.
I just realized that a game that does exactly what I was just thinking. Like, what if there is a game where
Welcome
you
home,
had,
Master.
where you had the branching options to, as in your character, go out and see and like either spy on or talk to other characters to see what you would have missed that would have been like equivalent to these cutaways. And I realized it's literally just what that fucking like Shakespeare game was with fucking Quentin Tarantino and speedwalking Macbeth was.
Elsinore?
Yeah, that's literally what that game was the equivalent of that, where you can choose which like cutscenes or which cutaways you want to be privy to based on your like run through and timeline.
Because like you physically have to be there, but you have an infinite number of tries to, you know, be present for them.
Yeah, be present for every character's like little soliloquy or diatribe or whatever.
You know what? That's a good comparison, because I definitely wouldn't have thought of that. But I guess that is exactly what's happening there. Holy shit! Look at this thing.
A big one. That's a
Ew,
big.
that's
That's a big one.
It's not
That's
a cat
big
though.
one. Yeah, no cat ears. Just a gambler, I guess.
I wonder if it's supposed to be a hot babe.
They're all hot
Oh
babes.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Are they saying meow?
They go. They
Yes.
went meow.
Meow, meow.
That was great. Stomping disturbs the master's fucking nap time, dude.
Nap time.
Nap time.
Nap time. What if you got Badly and then you boom boomed?
Now, if you had minions, what would they be themed like or look like?
Well, they would have to fit my theme, right?
Right, but what kind of minions
What's
would
your
they be? What would your theme be for your minions?
That's a good
I think
question.
mine being
Oh, I need
animals
Carrie
would
for
be
this.
fun.
Would they be like stereotypical Italian mobsters where they're like, let's get him for the boss. Don't let him get to the boss.
That's
His would be Hat in Time mobsters.
the fucking mafia.
Mafia.
It is I, mafia.
Is that what your minion theme would be?
I mean, Saba could. Well, no, Saba wanted
No, I said
animals,
animals.
right? Yeah, I take that.
You take stereotypical
take
Italian
mafia.
mobsters.
I would take the mobsters from
Oh my
Hat in
God.
Time specifically, because the mobsters
Okay.
from A Hat in Time have like a Russian accent, so they're not Italian mobsters.
Mafia man.
Okay.
They're mafia men.
The Russian mafia.
The Russian mafia.
Floating?
I got a fucking woo. Oh, never mind. Now I got a woo. That works.
I think I like to imagine that if I could choose any type of minion, I would want them to be like the weaker ones they would all be like pulled from like classic like 80s 90s like fantasy kitschy drawings, you know, like the big muscly men, like they'd be the weak ones would be like little like old like very classic black and white shitty looking goblins and kobolds, and the strong ones would be like old drawings of like
Fully
Conan like
fleshed out.
heroes
Oh,
and like
okay.
orcs and like old, like the 80s 90s like classic fantasy art kind of stuff.
So like I'm going to
Okay.
assume that the theme that you're wanting to adhere to is like the 80s 90s art style or whatever, but you're bringing up a really funny thing of like, imagine if like the power level and thus the ranking of your minions was was represented by like the era in which they came from. So like the older the art style that they're rendered in, the weaker they are, until you get to fucking modern day like hyper realistic like fucking Studio Ghibli. I think it's not really hyper realistic, but you get to like Studio Ghibli style stuff, and then you get to like hyper realistic like Disney animated stuff, and it's like, oh my god. That's good though. I like that. Man, I wish Grant was here because I want to have his answers for literally any of these. You have reached the door to Master's private room. For security purposes,
You
you
have
must
reached-
confirm your identity. Answer the following security questions with either true or false. Video game soundtracks are totally highly technical.
Here, these are some of the examples of what I was thinking of in my head.
Oh my god. You want that to be your minion?
Yeah, well, okay, well, so the ones on the top would be like the stronger, like, stronger, like, personal guard, and the ones below would be like the average minion you see running around. They're like, we gotta get them before they get to the final floor of our dungeon. Yeah.
Hey, Saba, I need some help with these answers. Tell me, true or false? Episode 127 of
Yes,
the Grodius
'cause I like
Chronicles
27,
is pretty
yes.
much the sweetest thing ever.
Yes. Yes.
That's not
Sweetest.
that's not one of the possible answers.
True.
One day, I will own all of the Starship X not. Hey,
That
that's a
has
good
to be
reference.
true as
Series
well.
3 collectible action figures.
True.
Now you must enter the passcode. I don't know it.
Enter funny number 8008.
Yes! Deploying security services. Well, shit.
May
dude.
Shores.
Is there a way to find that?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in this area that
No,
we're
you're
falling
soft
into.
locked.
Yeah, I'm soft locked. I fucking missed the opportunity.
Never again.
What an idiot.
What a buffoon.
What a buffoon. Ow. Oh my god, he only had 4 health. I'm so sorry. What if I
You
did?
gotta lift that block onto that switch over there.
Oh, is that a thing where you have to keep it held down? That makes sense. Oh. There you go.
There you go.
Whoop.
I was lucky. I was worried that it would go back up and I would be like, oh my god, how am I supposed to solve this? Meow, 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 meow. God, you gotta fucking stick with Bowser, my guy.
I believe this felt super long, but we still have a full hour left.
It's the exact opposite of the fucking Damon Day campaign.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it didn't feel like that for you, but it did feel like that for me.
It felt really short. Yeah. Damon Day. Even though it was...
Saba says to remember
Very
what the
long.
name of the campaign was. Oh, hey, it's Carrie.
Yes! The best
Adrian's
party
favorite.
member!
Character.
I forgot that this was mandatory.
Literally just a fucking splayed out rectangular prism.
Oh, finally I'm out. I didn't know what I was going to do. Thank you. I've been shut up in here forever. You'll never catch me in there again. I must repay you. I'm at your service. I'm sure you can find a use for my talent.
What would the mathematical term be for when you take a 3D shape and lay it out like 2D like this?
Oh, they do have a term for it. I don't remember. It's like a wrap or something like that.
UV wrap?
Nerdy. He's irresistible.
What is with this? He's awesome. He's irresistible. He's a stallion.
That has connotations.
I know, but it's like, what is? I wonder what like, what word? Like, what would Carrie say based off of that? That'd be really funny.
If I
He's
had
like,
known,
I don't
if I
think I
had
trust
remembered
you.
that there was gonna be like multiple funny answers, I would have chosen all 3. But I thought it was just gonna be awesome, and then that's it.
What would you do if you were like playing some RPG or something and you find like a secret cave or it's like a great fairy? Imagine like that
What are
scenario.
you talking about? This is great. You're just floating everywhere.
And you're super fast. But anyway, imagine the scenario, right? You're playing some RPG, you find like a hidden cave, and some like big like spirit mage comes out. It's like, oh, thank you for freeing me. I will now bless you with my special powers. And you like get lifted up in the air by some fantastic particle effects, and you start glowing really brightly. And then the light flashes, and when it leaves, you're just a skeleton, and then game over.
It just kills you.
It just
I
kills
would
you.
like depending like that. You could only get away with that if it was directly after you had like a save point or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, I would fucking love that. That'd be so funny.
Like, the game just like quietly auto saves you to enter the room, and then like after you die, it reloads you automatically, and then like, well, you play the scene again, and then for some reason it's like, I got a bad feeling about this. It's like, what are you talking about? And then you actually fight her as a boss.
Adrian, you should write this down. That's a really great idea.
I mean, that very much plays off the meta knowledge, but I really like the idea of like, oh, I shall heal you for free. Thank you, here's your reward, great adventure.
Well, the only way to make it work is that she doesn't say that explicitly, right? Like, she would have to just simply imply that it's like a heal or a free level or something like that.
It's like, here is your reward for freeing me, great adventurer.
Your entire thing up to that point was just to free her. And now you come back and it's like, oh shit, well, turns out I just needed to get through. I didn't mean to save you.
Do you think it's better if that's like a mandatory thing, a side quest, or just completely a hidden thing that you don't have to, like, you could miss it completely?
I think it would, I don't know. It might be funnier if it was like optional, but then again, I'm the type of person that thinks that all bosses should be optional, just purely because it's like, I don't know, it leads to like more special moments, I guess.
I think that'd be best if it was like not even mentioned in any side quest, it's just its own self-contained thing. Like it's just a random side passage in a dungeon or cave or something that you can find.
And it leads to like something.
Yeah.
Role-playing games should be no less than 180 hours long, not counting side quests.
Is it just true to all because this is what he likes?
Yeah. Fanny packs are both practical and stylish.
What is the secret pass? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Wrong.
Don't they have to like teach us this somewhere, right?
Probably. I hope so. Who's to say? There was probably a place where I could have gone instead of that, but I just knew that was like a spike pit, and I had carry, so. Scoozy. I had mozzarella sticks for dinner today, but and you know, it was nice because Mom was like, "Oh, do you want some mozzarella sticks?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And the ones that she bought were were pretty affordable, right? And now, I should be noted, I technically didn't follow the instructions properly. The instructions said that you're supposed
What a heathen.
The instructions said that you're supposed to heat them in the oven at 450 for 3 to 4 minutes, then flip them over and cook them for another 3 to 4 minutes. But I didn't want to do that, so I just cooked them for 7.5 minutes, right? Now,
okay, and they turn out good?
Well, the thing is that
explode.
The bread turned out totally fine. Like the actual like crust part of the bread turned out totally fine. The part that didn't turn out fine, and I'm going to argue that this was the mozzarella stick's fault, not my oven's fault, or not my fault.
Okay.
The mozzarella cheese tasted like glue. I don't think having more time in the oven would have fixed that. Like,
yeah, maybe it was just not good.
And that's my argument. I think that the mozzarella sticks were just bad because it was like, when I say affordable, I mean affordable, you know.
On the topic of more video game stuff. Video game. But let's go back to all of us as like video game bosses. What special unique thing would you grant the player upon defeating you?
Does it have to be in theme?
I mean, it makes more sense if it's
the cookbook or whatever, right?
Yeah, like I'd make dishes and then like I'd grant you probably the recipe, like certain recipes from the book too.
Sure.
You unlock the cooking mini game.
Yeah.
By killing you, they unlock the cooking mini game, and it's like, oh, that's fun.
No, remember, I don't get killed. I give up and I'm like, fine, I'll let you take it as long as you leave.
I kill you anyway.
Yeah, but you're
it's
not
optional to kill
the
you.
protagonist, so...
It's
not required to
optional.
kill you, but you can.
You lose out on dialogue options, but you get more XP.
Wow.
You get more XP, but you lose out on dialogue options forever, so it's not worth it for completionists.
Completionists are like, oh shit, I need to hear the special dialogue first, then reload the save.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to think what mine would be. What kind of power up would I give
How
the
did he
player,
afford
ability,
this
or
castle?
something?
He found
It's
it.
made of-
I think
it's
he
made of
talks
paper.
about how he found it.
Along with all of these robotic minions?
He bought those with his allowance that he gets from his parents.
Okay.
How do you think I afford all my board games? That's funny because I've literally never gotten an allowance in my life.
What would I'm trying to think what power up I would give the player if they defeated me, or what they would loot off me, or my castle
Now,
or
are we the
whatever.
same characters as before? Like, are you still the goblin thing?
I'm assuming I am, but you don't have to be. Just what kind of power up would you want to give a player
Now,
if they defeated
okay,
you?
but do you want to be the same goblin thing?
I think I want to be, yeah.
Okay, because if you're the same goblin thing, what would you give?
Because like, I guess consistently, like I said, myself as a boss, I'd be a goblin, but my power would be like not actual goblins, but like sketched out goblins from old like articles and magazines. Would be like my dungeon theme.
Wait, Zach, what's the passcode?
Clearly, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? You know what would be really cool? I think because we established that I'd be like the first boss, right?
Yeah, and then you like show up again later, but only for Grant to murder you.
I feel like my power would be giving the players like a monster manual that in battle they can use to look up monster and learn about them and like scan them.
Okay, that's fun.
As like the first boss, that's like the power
You
to
give
get from
them
me.
the key item monster manual, which unlocks them the ability to use the move fucking scan or whatever.
Yeah, and it comes with like something's bookmarked, including myself already. So since they already defeat me, they can't do that anymore to me. But they have it now of me.
Can you hear this from here, the passcode?
That's what I was
The other
thinking,
one?
maybe.
But yeah, what do you think yours would be, Zach?
20 petapixel. That's even better than fucking cameras we have today. What would be the thing that I give? What was my what boss was I again? I don't even remember.
Turn on the
You
light.
were 1/3 of the boss that's a bit too big hands and an eyeball.
Right, yes. Well, I'm not gonna do that because that doesn't really
Not
feel
gonna
like
do
something
that.
that you would get something for. I would love to be, because I'm thinking about it now, right? I'm thinking about like if I was playing the game, what would be like an item that I could get from a boss, which is just like, oh fucking thank God, right? I actually think that one of the things, depending on how this game would function, I would really like, so Saba's thing allows you to, like, Saba's unlocks the cooking mini game. Yours unlocks the ability to like get the monster info. I really think that what I would like to do, and this is a little bit cheating, but did you guys never played Bug Fables, right?
Is that the 1,000-year door knockoff they released recently?
It's not recent, but it is it's definitely 1,000-year door-ish, and it's very good. I would love to play it on the channel one day, but in that game they do this really fun thing. So you know how like here we have the capture card mechanic? In Bug Fables, what they do is you have the same tattle mechanic that Adrian was talking about, but the tattle mechanic in that game not only physically unlocks their cards, but you can use those cards in a card mini game, which is the best way to earn money in the game outside of combat. I would love it if by defeating whatever boss I am, you unlock the ability to do that card mini game, which is how you earn money, or which is like the most efficient way of earning money. Which actually, now I think about it, we essentially just recreated fucking Paper Mario again, but whatever, that's fine.
So you unlock basically the most efficient way to grind money.
Right. Saba's is the most efficient way to utilize resources. Yours is not only information, but also just like really cool flavor text. And then mine is not only a card game that hypothetically would be good, but it's also like the most efficient way to grind for money outside of Yeah.
Oh, dude, in this game where resources and time are not an issue at all, I really like the idea of like, cause like I like to imagine that like in my part leg of the game, it's the only one that has illustrations that are like corny and like 90s and 80s or whatever and like old fashioned. I like to imagine that like any enemy you look up in my book is illustrated in the same style, despite looking completely different art style in the rest of the game.
The artist, like whoever's producing this game, would have to fucking redo the art.
All of them in a
game.
much more intensive, old-fashioned style.
Now,
for all
to
the
be
enemies.
fair, I can probably think I would probably assume that a lot of artists would be really excited about it. Like, oh man, that'd be great. I would love to draw in this art style until you reveal to them that the game has fucking 600 different enemy types or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and then suddenly they're not very excited. Is
Yeah.
this?
We're
Oh!
just going back in circles.
It was here. I just ignored it last time.
Would you
Can
think it was the first time
Can
you
someone
passed by?
type this? Can someone type R2323 and then L2828 in the chat? Thank you, Adrian.
What Zach doesn't know is that whenever he goes to the room and looks these up, I'm gonna covertly edit this, so it's
fuck.
different text,
Oh, no!
Shit. That would be truly evil.
and then you have to go back and roll over, and then I'll edit it. But when you're like,
And then
Andrew,
you'll
what
edit it
happened?
back to be correct.
Yeah, like I don't know, you must have put it in wrong.
Oh my god. It's like from fucking Explorers of Sky, where it's like I was so convinced that
You're so convinced the unknowns.
that I was so convinced that the R unknown had like the triangle off the side of it, when in
And
actuality
you
that was F.
wasted so much of our time.
I did.
had
I was so confident because it's like genuinely most of the unknowns are uppercase, and so it's like, why the fuck is it a lowercase R?
You really had to eat crow on that one, huh?
Yeah.
We-
That's how it be though.
We had it for a long time. We had it, and
In the video that I edited, literally like 4 minutes into the dungeon, we found an R stone. I zoomed in on it. It's like it was right there. We had it, and I ignored it because it's like, oh, that's not what the R looks like. The R has a triangle off the side.
Can't be what R looks like. No.
Was this this is the door on the right, right? Two, three.
Only other like type of code I could have been like that I would have been like try inputting it would have been all zeros.
That works too. Yeah. Oh my god, the fucking audio. What the hell happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
This
but it got
elevator
scary.
music is fucked up and evil.
Oh, it was
Oh, and we're
loading a
back.
new zone, so the fucking emulator was like, I'm gonna kill myself. What the fuck? Is this
That's an
back?
enemy?
What the fuck?
I can't believe that's an enemy.
Big
It looks so
3
friendly. Hubba blubba.
Hubba blubba.
Look at that boo bottom right.
Hey Saba,
What?
can I share with you
What?
something? I'm glad that
What?
you're really excited about that boo, because if I remember correctly, that's a companion in Thousand Year Door.
Incorrect painting
What?
the first Paper Mario. She shows up in cameo in
But I like
Door.
That's
the
what I
Boo
was thinking
Butler
of, my
too.
bad.
The Boo Butler looks pretty cool.
The Boo Butler.
She does show up in Thousand Year Door, but not as a companion, just a cameo.
My bad. Can I kill this? Now I do
Maybe
like
you
a
need to be
lot.
Bowser.
I actually do like a lot of these posters. Like, look at that fucking Hatsune Miku motherfucker in the top in like top right, and like that's just not a character. Like that just never happens. Excuse you. Can you die, please?
Maybe you have
Can
to
you
bounce
kill
off her to
this?
get up there to the top right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, because there's a chest here. Yeah. Also, I like
Plus,
how we
this
assume
one
it's
seems
her.
to be the direct, I guess, best friend of Francis.
I
Ooh,
would.
there's a virtual
oh, no.
boy there.
Oh no!
The horrifying.
Oh my god!
Francis
Man,
has
this
the
music is
worst
fucked.
fucking
It's
elevator
not
music.
as
I
bad
swear to
coming
God.
down.
It's pretty bad.
It's really
I said
bad.
it wasn't as bad going down, but
is
it was
true.
pretty bad.
I do still think that it's funny if Francis has the worst elevator music possible.
The one thing where you don't expect him to fail at.
So since Saba's makes sense for her character, and Adrian's makes sense for his character, I would like to redesign my character to make sense to have like a card game attached to it.
Are you in like? Are you now going to be in a casino?
You know what? I fucking love casino aesthetics, so sure. I can see that.
You know what? Instead of being like a classic like ancient ruins like hands, you could be like a pair of like big gloved hands like a casino dealer.
Oh, it's the fucking classic like two hand and a face boss fight, but it's all me and I'm the dealer. Oh, dude!
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's actually incredible. I would love that. There was a thing on Twitter that was going around. I want to say it's called like Donnie Dust Up or something like that, but it's like an indie game that's being it's a 3D game, but everything is rendered by hand. So it's like they have 3D models in order to interact with properly, but all the 3D models are constantly being covered by the frame of animation that's going on, and it's all like super high frame rate animation or whatever. But the fucking reveal trailer that they show is exactly what you're talking about. It's fucking Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and then a big like magic top hat with eyes underneath it, and it's just like, and it's a boss fight where the hands just go snap, snap, clap, and then like open up, and all of a sudden a bunch of enemies show up to like fight the main character. I'm like, dude, that's me. I would love that so much.
The image I had in my head was like the pair of like gloved hands like Master Hand and Crazy Hand, and the battle takes place on a giant like poker table, and your attacks are like throwing cards around or dice or whatever.
It's King Dice.
Basically King Dice, but instead of being like a devil, it's just a pair of big hands. And like, I don't know how exactly they do this, but I was imagining like a face, and like the thing that stops me attacking the face me was like a big like gambling visor, like those green visors they have.
Sure.
You have to, like, knock out of the way or something.
That's really great. I love that so much. It's like, I've seen this boss fight. I've seen this boss fight a million times, and it's like, guess what, fucko? We're playing poker now.
Yeah.
You have to like it's the sort of thing where it's like, you know how in Cuphead you could like deflect certain attacks or whatever, and it would like, you know, give you like some energy back or whatever. My boss fights like that, where I'm throwing cards at you, but the cards that you deflect have to beat my hand in poker. So it's like the stuff you deflect has to be like a fucking 3 of a kind or a full house or whatever, and the higher your hand value, the more progress you make in the boss fight. Oh my god,
there's
that'd
like
be so good.
3 different phases they each represent a different gambling game or casino game.
Oh my god, it's like this one's just roulette, dude. Like just handle it. It's roulette, but there's like 30 balls going around at the same time.
And they all have spikes.
And they all have spikes. Oh god, this is so good.
It's roulette, but some of them are spike balls and some of them are bombs. Only one of them is the actual roulette ball.
2, 8, 2, 8. There you go. It's the one golden one. You have to like deflect. You have to deflect the golden spiked ball so it lands in the fucking one green space, because that's the only way that you can proceed. Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Like Curie Meow. That's pretty funny.
Now I'm just thinking how you reconcile that aesthetic and combine it with the Monster Manual guide.
Figure that's not my job to figure out the artist's job.
Well, I'm just saying how you combine that into a gambling game where it's like, I guess you just find a set of cards that have that theme or something. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have to be tied together.
Unofficial guidebook of the secret boss-shattering strategy. Give your speedruns a nitro boost with these game-breaking secrets.
I didn't know speedruns were that enough mainstream that the game devs knew about. Also, look at those companions up in the top. That's all Thousand Year Door shit up there.
Uber photography trains, Uber photography toys, Uber photography pop idols.
Look at all that shit up there. That's all Thousand Year Door references.
Oh my god, you can tell that they just reuse the same assets because they all look like shit.
Yeah, they're crusty as hell.
Oh my god. They even have fucking Detective Sholmes or whatever
you
from
can see
the train.
Whack up there.
Man, that's great. That's fantastic. Also, I just noticed this door is different than the other door. I guess it's because it doesn't lead to an elevator?
I don't know.
Well, we got both keys. Congratulations, everybody.
We also fleshed out more of our impossible games that'll never get made.
One of my favorite things was for a long while on Drawfeed they would do a reoccurring series where they would just add more random shit to this game that would never get produced, and it actually like obviously it was wildly complex because they just kept adding more and more new shit, but then the fans would like try to keep track of everything, and like they would illustrate in the comments like, all right, this is new lore to add to the narrative of the game, but it now adds new plot holes that need to be filled in at a later time. And there was like this big like matrix that someone had drew of like, all right, here's what the ongoing story of the game is, and it's just like, oh, that's really great. I love our Impossible game because we have to remember, I mean, once again, Grant didn't get to choose his boss, but his fucking anime ass fucking Sephiroth piece of shit needs to fit in as well.
Yeah. You know what's the reason why Grant's character hates goblins so much as my character is because Grant's character just hates fucking nerds. He's too much of a cool guy. Just hates. Because my character is clearly like a nerdy dork goblin, right?
Yes.
And Grant's character is just literally just a bully.
And Adrian wonders why I gave him Francis.
Listen, I'm not. If Francis was either really skinny or really short, and like goblin-y.
Yeah.
He's green.
Wait a meow moment.
Yeah.
Only
Master
Master Francis and totally hot babes are allowed to enter.
Out!
Oh,
Get the
right.
kitty lasers.
Well, because I forgot that you have to be Peach. Because Peach is a totally hot babe, didn't you know?
True.
Now, do you have to fight Francis as Peach? I don't remember. I don't think so. I think you can just switch.
Now, do you remember what happens before you fight Francis?
No.
I love this part.
You're compatible
Please
with
answer the
Francis.
following questions, true or false.
Oh my god.
Video games and hot babes are totally high technical. Yes.
Technical.
If it's limited edition, buy it. I have bought games that I have never.
Too true.
False.
Too
You played
fucking
every
true.
game.
If it's got fierce giant robot on giant robot combat, it's an insta buy. Pacific Rim. They're not dolls. They're action figures with real fire punching action.
Now that real fire seems dangerous.
I have dumped a friend over an argument about Starship X-Naut propulsion technology. A sweet cover illustration is way more important than the storyline.
No!
Saba,
Well,
you
I can
have
get
to
behind that
answer this
one.
vocally right now.
I can answer that. I can agree with that one.
Saba says false.
I think it's true.
Never pull the top copy from a pile of
Coffee.
comics. Find the mint condition one towards the
Oh, I do
bottom.
that one too.
My first love was an anime. That's one
Sure.
of the, you know what? That would be if people have talked before about like what would you like to see on like your final stats screen or whatever. I don't know if you guys have ever like thought about this before, but it's just like imagine you die and you get like, hey, you have an unlimited amount of time just to look at every statistic about your entire life, and you will help you like sift through the info if you want to find something specific, and then once you're done here you move on, right? That would be really funny if you could on that stat screen see who your first crush was, like who qualified as your first crush, and how many people in the modern day like crushed on like a cartoon character. You know what I mean?
God.
That'd be pretty fun.
That reminds me of how. Do you remember how Dragon's Dogma calculated out who your crush would be and who your like damsel you need to save was?
I don't.
Dragon's Dogma was an RPG, very stereotypical, fight dragons, whatever. But it did a unique thing where it would choose a specific NPC based on your playthrough that you would have to save at the end. That was like your love. And the way it did this was a little rudimentary because it literally just took the NPC you talk to most throughout the game, which was usually this fat, dumpy old merchant guy. So frequently, your character would end up falling in love with this fat, dumpy, just by virtue of the fact that you talk to him so often because he's a merchant.
That seems like a really short-sighted design. Because it's like, what did you think? Did you think that, like, because I'm assuming there were quote-unquote attractive characters in there.
Right,
did you just
yeah.
assume that the player would constantly talk to the attractive characters more than the fucking merchant?
I mean,
That's so silly.
yeah.
Let's move on. Going on message boards and complaining about games I've never played.
True,
Wow.
truing.
Oh my god.
Morale. All right, Zach, are you ready for this part? Sub,
I don't
hope you're ready
remember.
for this part.
I'm
This part
ready.
is so fucking good. Who are you? Hey, what are you doing sneaking into my room, huh? Ever heard of privacy?
It is
Oh, there you
Saba.
are, Francis. I've been looking all...
Oh! No, it's okay. There you are, Francis. I've been looking all over for you.
For my... Oh my gosh, it's a hot babe.
Oh no.
A hot babe in... Oh man, a real girl in my room. This is so high technical.
It's arguably offensive. This portrayal.
Must calm down. I'm
He's like, I need to get my inhaler.
getting way too excited. Sweatle.
What the fuck is a sweatle?
It's lizard sweat. Can't talk to girls. Must
Franny
keep my laptop from Franny Pack. It's because it's Francis. Booting up swoon.exe, activating a Mirror 2 Babe interface mod with real-time wooing. It's dating sim time, Zach!
Oh no! I forgot about this.
This is pretty good.
Welcome to my castle. How do you do? Nyeh.
What on earth is that? What's going on here?
Nyeh. I boot this baby up whenever it's time to talk to the ladies.
Genuinely, in real life, if they had the ability to just, if people had the ability to just like put up a laptop and it's like, okay, now we're in a dating sim, it would be so much easier, dude. You could see what the options are to say. The computer would give you 3 options. 2 of them would obviously be stupid, and the third one would be like, "How was your day?"
But what if they're all bad? What if option 2 is like grr, option 2 is like her, and option 3 is asterisk, you shit yourself asterisk?
Oh my god.
Wait, now you're implying that this laptop program has like supernatural powers to force you to shit yourself.
I mean, you put up a
God,
screen. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Sweet. Time for swoon.exe to work its magic. Where should I start?
Speak to hot babe.
What is your name?
My name? Okay,
Saba,
call
this
me
is you.
annoyed.
Call me annoyed?
That's pretty fun. Oh, no, okay.
You said that. That's what you said.
I know! I was laughing at the choice. I was just gonna be the first one because
And then I asked you, is that the choice you want? And you went, yeah.
No.
All right, well, there's no
Well,
crying over
keep in
spilled
mind,
milk.
it's you making these choices. Your piece.
I heard.
All right, continue.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm not telling my name to a geek like you.
Nah, that's just offensive.
We're gonna lose.
Whoa, what an ice queen. She's so cold. I'm
Unless this is a
shocked.
type.
Oh man, she's so hard to get, but that's pretty hot too.
Oh my god.
Francis' passion leveled up.
I don't
Is it
want
just
to
one
hear
of those
about his
things where
passion.
if she does literally anything,
man, what
it doesn't
next?
matter?
Smooch!
He's gonna be like,
He hovers over
nah.
Smooch. Look at Hot Babe.
You're so cute, like a princess straight out of an anime or a video game. You could be feisty, but I must say it adds to your charm.
you think I'm charming? I'll show you feisty.
Now, are you picking
like
it,
that.
or are you gonna yell at me this time?
No, this one's fine. This one's fine.
Uh-huh.
I'll show you feisty. Come on, feisty. I'll show you feisty. Lay it on thick like that, and you'll get it.
Yeep, I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, forgive me, my queen.
I'm not a queen. I'm a princess.
Well, who's your parents, Peach? The gamers want to know.
I'll be your dad. No, she's super cute when she gets angry.
I like super cute being one word.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Peaches Crystal Francis passion.
Oh no. If this game were made like in more modern times, you could be like, oh, step on me.
What's
My
my
next-
next move?
Inventory, give item. Oh my god, there's so many things.
Vintage.
Pink Princess sign poster
Princess
or
sign.
rare card collection.
As a token of my affection, I'd like to give you a special present.
Pink princess. She'd be like, where'd you get this from? Oh, oh my god, what do we want? I'll just go with the second one.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's what I would say too, because it's like, well,
Yeah.
you know, it is a nice thought, but also you're weird.
Yeah. Nice thought, but I don't have time for that. The universe is destroyed.
Straight to the point and also fair. Destroyed. Oh, I get it. You're so funny. That's a joke. You're talking about that farm anime, Cowpocalypse. I'm hooked up. What
Oh
the
my
fuck is
God.
farm anime? Is that a thing?
I
Saba
have
would
no
watch it.
idea. I probably would.
Did you see that
Different farming
Harvestella came out,
factions.
by the way, Saba?
I did, but
wait, hang
like
on.
I had seen that they were like gonna like redo a lot of stuff based off of feedback, and I was like, was there enough time for that?
Wait, hang
No.
on. Different
Exactly.
farming factions vying for control of a sword that can destroy the world. That sounds like a me plot twist. They use real swordsmen to advise on the action scene, so they're super realistic. Don't you love it when the studios pay attention to important details like that? I can't believe you're into that. You have such awesome taste. When the DVD comes out, I'll buy it for you. You like that.
Now, on one hand, I do enjoy it when people get excited about the things that they, you know, are interested in. I like that. For people, I like to listen to it. This guy has problems. Also, what the fuck is the thing out the back of his head?
Hair.
Is that hair?
It's got like a ponytail.
Because I was looking at it and it seems to be kind of like kind of around the same place where his glasses would connect to the back of his head, and I was like, is his head too awkwardly shaped to have glasses, so he has to tie it around the back?
Baby. I like to imagine he's balding though, and that's his hair in the back.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Look at her face. Oh my god, look at her face.
What is he talking about?
Oh man, Adrian, I totally forgot about this. This is so good. Francis is impressed. Francis's passion leveled up.
Mirror, what's my next move?
Think about the future.
Wow, we are like so perfect together. It's destiny. We should get.
She needs if there's a thing, Mary. What the bottom one?
How much do you make? To be fair,
Oh my god.
You know, this game came out in 2007. This guy might have his pockets deep in the fucking real estate market scam. You could tap into that and then book it.
I would have liked the option of like I'm already married because she's technically.
Oh yeah, she's technically married to Bowser.
That's not a deal breaker for me.
How hilarious would it be if, regardless of what answer you chose here, Bowser barges in? He's like, "Hey, she's already married.
She's spoken for.
That would be pretty
She's
funny.
spoken for by me." Anyway, which one are you
like it.
choosing?
Let's take it. Peach, come on, you already got your own castle, okay? You
don't
don't need any more money.
one.
Okay, fine. For sure.
I would like to push for this one because that one's just really
That's
funny.
fine. That's fine.
Peach is now a gold digger.
So, how much do you make? Hey, you're picking these responses for me anyway. I'm not marrying this dork.
See? Saba, your choice would have led to the same thing. I'm not marrying this dork.
I shouldn't even be having this conversation. I came to save Tippy.
Tippy?
Where is she?
Single sweat of bead. Be a sweat.
Tippy, Tippy.
Think about hot babe. It's not in my thing.
There's no Tippy come out here. What the freak is she talking about?
That's it. I've had it. You better bring her here now. Close enough. Whatever.
Oh my god. She
Pixel
brought up
Boomer.
her own menu. Boomer exploded.
Yo, my graphics card.
Man, that's incredible. That's really funny.
That was the only known copy of the Nerd 2 Babe patch, and now it's gone forever. Boo. Yeah, real babes are scary. I'm gonna
Agreed.
become a meninist. I'm gonna join the MGTOW movement.
I was just about to ask you what was the name of that acronym for like men going their own way.
Remember when there was that guy at Cogswell who wrote that on the board in the lab?
I don't remember that.
There was a guy who wrote that in the computer lab, and it was very big, and it was very hard to miss. And it was also very depressing.
So you come to
Francine.
raid my fort and steal Francine. Well, no, I won't let you.
Ugh.
And by the way, I came with the name Francine on my own. Isn't it sweet? At first, I thought it was a little weird that you could dock and everything. But the DigiButter from Forum Reaction convinced me you were high technical. You're my only offline friend,
Oh my
Francine,
God.
so no one will take you away from me.
Oh my god, this fucking guy. I can't believe that the third boss of this game is a fucking turbo nerd.
It's a piece of face turbo version.
Like he doesn't have zits, but you could believe that he did.
Yeah, can't see me? That's because my invisibility powers are totally high technical. Little Francine is hidden so you can't take her. Feel the wrath of the jilted X-Nut in the season of the Grodus Chronicles. I never thought I'd see Paper Mario use the word jilted. They were ahead of their time. That's almost tilted.
Did I get him?
I didn't hear no stomp sound.
Nope. Meow,
Meow
bombs.
bombs.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Can you throw the bomb?
Probably.
Nice.
It's hard to know, okay, what I'm supposed to do at any given moment. Fucking Jesus. Like, this motherfucker has to be weak to fire, right? Or at least, like, affected by fire.
Most things are weak to fire, yes.
Farm this motherfucker for points. Let's go. 50 points at a time. Level 100. Here we go.
Did you get him?
Maybe you gotta use Tippy to be more mobile.
I don't have Tippy. Oh, you
Sorry,
mean
not
carry.
Tippy, carry, yeah.
Oh, nope. You just have to hit him.
There you go.
Yep, you just have to hit him.
You gotta be fast. You
Like
know,
carry.
like carry helps you be.
He was like, I see your game. Stop, please, it hurts.
Please, it hurts so bad.
It hurts so much. Stop that.
Now I'm over here. No, I'm over here.
Fine. You son of a bitch. They didn't even do anything besides just fucking flash bomb me.
Let me waste more of your time. I'm gonna upload these and dox you online.
This is the guy who invaded my home. Do you think that Francis thinks that Bowser's highly technical? Not a hot babe.
Good
Unless
point. I will say, Francis is bigger than Bowser.
that is genuinely impressive.
Yeah.
That worked.
Although, I feel like Bowser probably has a better... it probably is more densely muscle.
Trying.
Mercy.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Clipping. Layers are weird.
Oh, and it's the song of goodness.
It's the Song of Storms.
True. She's glowing with happiness. What the fuck?
She just had this.
It's like Tippy's heart just bursts with happiness. What?
I don't. Doesn't that like physically hurt?
Yeah, are you gonna die?
That just reminded me of the idea. Like, thank you for saving me, hero. I shall now gift you with this immaculate present. Enjoy.
Wait, can we go talk to that other? Was it Pixel?
Barry.
Barry.
I'll go
Barry
get
the-
him.
Barry the platypus.
Barry the platypus.
I just still like the idea of the Great Fairy lifts you up and makes you glow, and then you just are skeletized. And then it just cuts, and just your skeleton is game over.
There
That's
she
what
is.
she looks like.
So that's what she normally looks like. Yes,
She
although
wearing a
she's wearing a
cowboy
different
hat?
outfit.
It's fun.
They are strong, to be sure. Very strong. Dare I say, they might be strong enough to defy the prophecy. That would blank your theatrics. The light prognosticus is false. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Because both the dark prognosticus and the light prognosticus are, like, foretell the future. And they just tell different perspectives on the same event. Like, the light prognosticus just puts a negative spin on the things that the dark prognosticus puts a positive spin on, right? Does one of them have to be wrong, or can you just have them both be right? Because in that case, how the fuck does any
like
of this...
The dark prognosticus is like chapters 1 and 2, and then the light prognosticus is like...
Chapters 1 and 2, but from somebody else's perspective.
Yeah, it's like a POV shift.
It's a POV shift of the same chapter. Man, what an experiment that would be. Imagine if you wrote like a half-decent story, but then you just reprinted the same story over and over again from like different characters' perspective. And it's like, all right, for my 6th iteration of this story, this is how Barry the bread maker saw the adventure. This is how the cabbage merchant from Last Airbender saw the journey. The Dark Prognosticus holds the answer to eliminating heroes that rise to stop us. Oh my. That's the first time that morsel of information has touched my ears. Do tell. In due time, Dementio. In due time. Oh, how do you say this again?
Nastasia?
Oh, Nastasia, it's time we set him on these pests. I think this was Grant, but someone's gonna have to take it.
Yeah, I can take care of that for you, Count.
I've never thought of a Valley Girl as a secretary before.
Lovely, exclaimed Count Bleck.
I think
Return
that's
to
what,
your posts, my dear minions.
I think that's what Grant did, but I was thinking you could also do like the oh gosh, like, you know, kind of like
Oh gosh,
similar to Harley Quinn.
oh like Midwestern mom. That's a good one.
That's harder for me to do.
All hail Count Bleck. It's all three of them, but it's fine. Goodbye, O-Chunks. Man, I was really worried that over the course of like a 3-hour stream or whatever, despite the fact that the title of my stream is Show Me Your O-Chunks, that we would never see him. But we did.
No, it was the goal to see O-Chunks, and we did it.
Does something trouble you, Nastasia?
Yeah, Count, you know, there's still time. You can change your mind.
That is enough, Nastasia. We've already gone this far. So we shall forge on.
What if Count Bleck is her dad?
But you needn't stay by Count Bleck's side. You can depart with my blessing.
No, my Count. I won't be doing that. My life is already sworn to you. Yeah, it's belonged to you since the day you saved me. I'll be sticking it out with you until my game ends, Kay?
Game over and game ending is terminology that's used a lot in this game, and it's a little unsettling. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of like how it's kind of like how in the fucking 4Kids dub of the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, they changed, because in the original series they referred to dying a lot, like when you defeated someone, you killed them or whatever, like canonically they would die. But in the 4Kids dub, they changed it to sending them to the Shadow Realm, which is almost worse. You know what I mean? It's like you're not gonna die. I'm just gonna send you to a place worse than hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that pleases you.
Where did she? She just jumps.
I mean, to be fair, there is no fall damage in this game.
I would really think it's funny if the pan down she's lying there in the Family Guy death pose with a broken leg.
My, how interesting. Nastasia and the Count have such deep conversations. Just what is our dear Count playing at? Ah, well, I'll let him worry about that. I must attend to my own projects. Goodbye, Dementio. Saba, what's your best narrator voice?
Can you like describe to me what a narrator voice is?
Consistent but satisfying.
I don't know if I can, do that.
Hey, Adrian, I swear to fucking God, you're not.
No, I did see that, and I wish it said Timpanini. And I would have liked that. I think you could do the best narrator voice, to be honest.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Just
I
make
don't know
your
if I
voice
do
kinda
anything the best
grandish.
out of our. I don't think I do the best out of any of us here. Timpani, why? Why do you avoid me? How unhand me? You're crying. Why? Timpani, you must tell me what has happened.
Timpanini?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Just forget it. Oh no. Timpani, is my father behind this? I'm just an ordinary girl. No matter how much I love you, we must part. Timpani, this is goodbye.
Lumiere?
There's no
What's
other
happening?
choice. This is our fate. This is the third time we've seen one of these, Saba.
Okay, I don't. Okay,
I'm glad that you remember, because these are some of the most significant to like the meta narrative of the game.
It has been like over like 2 weeks. Okay, I need a break.
All right, I'll give you a brief rundown. The first time we saw it, it was just whoever Blumiere is being like, oh, I think I see somebody over there, and then he goes. The second one is talking about how Blumiere is like a prince, and Timpanini is just like a normal person, but he loves her.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it. And this one
and
is
her
just
leaving now.
This is her leaving.
This is more of the stuff that's like the party has no right to see or hear any of this. I don't think yet.
Not yet. Definitely not.
So yeah, it does add to the narrative though, and I think the story's a lot better for
Let's
it.
go get Barry.
Correct. I'll do that right before stream ends.
Stream ends. Yeah.
Say, Bowser, could you be our third hero?
Oh there! I have been waiting for you, young heroes.
We did find the fourth pure heart. It was in Tippy. All right, so I guess that's the hypothetical. Because keep in mind, each pure heart so far has been guarded by like an ancient wizard guy, and they each had like their own way of protecting the heart. So I guess that pure heart was locked behind like pure happiness or whatever, which is the reason why Francis never found it, because it's fucking commercialized happiness instead. Power of love and trust. That's amazing. I'll Bowserize it. Oh. Aw, the void expanded again.
Void expansion.
There's definitely some residents of Flipside that are just looking at the void and reenacting the Tom Spill the Hole skit.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember that one verbatim, but it is pretty good.
The one where we're just like, hey, Tom, have you seen my cat? Yeah. He's like, where is he? It's in the hole.
In the hole.
It's like, hey, Flippy, have you seen my mushroom? Yeah. Where is it? In the void.
In the void.
Hey, where's Flippa, your wife? Oh, she's at work. Oh, good. Where's she work? The void.
In the void.
Void.
It is a good sketch.
Have you seen my copy of Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door? Oh, yeah, sorry, I dropped it. Where'd you drop it? In the void.
But it's so far away in the background. You defeated Francis? Hell yeah.
Nerd lair.
Tag along with you guys. Ta-da! We got Barry.
And Barry's power is pretty optional indeed.
Now, if I remember, I think Barry can be used pretty optimally sometimes.
Yeah, Barry's useful, but not, mandatory by any stretch.
Because the way that I remember using him when I was younger was that because it's like all spiky. I do believe not only does it protect you from damage, it does deal damage. I think. Because I remember like there are some enemies towards the end of the game that are much bigger, and like doing the berry spike on top of them allowed you to bounce off to get like more hits in or whatever. But I don't.
Not only does he protect you while still doing damage, he also deflects projectiles back where they came from.
And that's extremely useful.
Also optional.
Can I go? Can I leave? Do I have
Not
to
the way
finish
you
the fucking
came.
level?
Hell yeah, you do.
God damn it! All right,
And now
well,
you have Barry, so you can try out Barry's powers, I guess.
I'll get
you
right
also
on.
have-
I'll get right on that.
You also have Carrie, who should help you progress much faster unless you fall.
Stop laughing.
Also, remember, Carrie lets you jump on piranha plants.
Oh yeah, it allows me to go on spikes. By the way, Saba, I can't tell you how many times a day the fucking Okami fishing clip goes through my mind. Because I remember me yelling, but I always forget that right at the end of that, I just go, "Are you laughing at me?" like really sad.
Oh, it's so good.
Wait a minute.
Don't touch it.
You know
Wait,
who can-
touch it. Wait, touch it.
What?
Touch it.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
you could have gone back to flip side with that.
Oh yeah.
Zach!
Well, you didn't say anything.
Zach, it was
He
yelling!
said specifically, don't touch it.
I didn't touch it. The flame touched it.
No! When I said don't touch, and then
You
I said,
should have
wait,
said.
no,
You
touch
should
it.
have said, "Don't kill it."
I said it! I said touch it afterwards, though. You ignored me.
You should have said, "Don't kill it."
The folly of your own argument, of your own actions.
Your
No, you have to go
hubris.
through all of
You're
it.
humorous. I don't know. Does it respawn? Let's hope it respawns. I don't think it does.
Maybe it will if you're lucky.
Nope. Shit.
No.
Shit. All right.
Now you are doomed.
Well, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Listen, it happens to the best of us.
He's not gonna fit. Can you breathe, flame, and move backwards at the same time?
So
Oh.
it doesn't look like I can. I can jump and do it though. I mean, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna. Okay.
Well,
Man, Sabo is super correct. I could have just flipped out. Do you think that they put that guy there so you could flip out?
yes. For
Maybe,
sure.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
actually. And we
What if I just
wasted
kill myself
it.
instead?
Well, let's see it.
Can't. I'm too
Not if you
good.
keep killing them.
I'm too good.
No, Zach doesn't care. Will he kill himself or will he make it through?
I'm trying to.
He's taking a lot of damage to kill himself with. There's also holes there you can go in.
Yeah, but that's not what gamers would do.
Gamer, okay.
The gamer could. I'm damage boosting. We're trying to see which one happens first. Does the damage boosting kill me, or do I finish the level? Sometimes I forget that I do live like near an airport, and on occasion they just have planes that have to approach from a much shallower angle than normal. Like it's just like it sounds like something's about to crash into my house. Oh yeah, there's no castle here now. That's... Ta-da! Easy.
You did it.
Easy. Perfect. Almost
You could have
perfect
saved
timing.
yourself a little bit more minutes.
There we go. All right. Well, we'll be back with this again tomorrow. Man, this was a good. No!
Wah, wah. All right. Well, you get to do that off screen.
Wait,
like
how
the
do I?
rest of
How do I?
us.
No, I need to leave. How do I leave?
Well,
You fool.
I guess this is where we leave him,
This
Adrian.
is No, this is ridiculous. There is no way that you can't just fucking leave a level.
You shouldn't have killed the flip side.
Are you shitting me? I can't save.
Can you go back to the chapter 3.1 again?
I mean, there is a. Oh my god, you can see the whole level from there. I mean, on this there is chapters.
Can you just click it?
Oh, it's just info. You fucking, what the fuck?
I don't know what to tell you.
How do I? Fucking-
You have to do this the fucking hard way.
What if it respawns me?
It probably will.
No! My revive item!
My goodness.
Please! Just let me go! I just wanted to get Barry! This is unconscionable.
You shouldn't have killed the thing!
How was I supposed to know?
I was yelling it at you!
Yeah.
You're gonna respawn in this level.
Okay, game over.
You saved in the level.
The batteries in my Wii remote are running low. Aw, fuck, dude. I don't have any AAAs.
Why'd you pick the yellow save? Huh?
It was the
I
first
fucking
one.
told you. You're in 3-2
No!
again.
What the?
Well, Zach, you have to finish it now.
Not
I
only
guess.
are you 3-2, you still check if you used up your revive item.
I don't think I did because I'm at 4 HP again. God fucking damn it.
Wow, how embarrassing.
Fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
man.
This fucking sucks. All right. I'll fucking figure that out on my own time. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Great.